en route to the team's MVP award. Unsurprisingly, Coach Frazier says of his running back, he's a slasher with good hands, as you would expect for somebody batting in the 350s. Also, Raekwon, bigger-bodied back who was nominated as a candidate for the Forbes 30 Under 30 Sports 2025 for his work in the NIL space as the co-founder and COO of Sponsor Pro, an NIL service and marketplace where brands and athletes can find each other. He goes by the king of NIL. Rabbit also runs track for VSU as a transfer from the Trojans' rival in Norfolk State. As we're looking at this matchup, of course, and our valued talent evaluator, Scott Pioli, looking at this game. And Scott, give us some other players that you have your eye on in the Black College Football Hall of Fame Classic.
Yeah, so Patrick, one of the first guys I'm going to be looking at Virginia State defensive lineman Cameron Davis, who started 10 games last year as a redshirt freshman. You know, when he was a redshirt player, he was a guy on the scout team that nobody could block, according to Coach Frazier. And last year, he came in, started 10 games as an inside defensive player. He had 38 total tackles. 11 of those were for losses, 4.5 sacks, a fumble recovery, was named to the All-CIAA rookie team last year, again, as a redshirt freshman. This year, they're looking for him to have a little bit more of a breakout year. They've moved him outside a little bit. He's lost a bunch of weight. They're going to take advantage of his skills and his explosion and his quickness. Then on the other side of the ball for Virginia State, I'm looking at Bruno Owazo. He is an offensive tackle, 6'8". They say he's 6'10" with cleats, or he says he's 6'10" with cleats, 320 pounds. He's still developing. A very interesting story. He moved with his family from Nigeria in 2016, and when he graduated high school, he originally went to Navarro College down in Texas to play basketball. He had never played football. He saw some time there, but then transferred to the University of Maryland, which is where he met up with Coach Frazier. Coach Frazier was working for Mike Loxley, and transferred to Virginia State. Again, the first time he ever saw the football field was in 2022 at 21 years old. But the interesting thing that I want to talk about with Bruno is this is the type of player that has the development tools and skills, but he has to be refined. And when you look at where his background is from, the fact that he's from Nigeria, this is the perfect kind of player that the NFL's international player pathway will be looking at in order to take to the program potentially and develop even more. And this year, the NFL, every team has a 17th free international practice squad exemption where they could put an extra player on the field. So this may really help them help Bruno in terms of his development. Now, the other player that I want to talk about is Aaron Miller from Benedict College. He's an edge rusher. Again, this year he's one of the top players in the entire HBCU stratosphere and is one of the finalists being known for the Deacon Jones Trophy, which goes to the best player in HBCU football, Patrick.
Looking forward to the game. Virginia State taking on Benedict coming up on NFL Network. Steve Wyche, Bucky Brooks, and Isaiah Steinbach on the call.
College football debuts right now on NFL Network as two HBCU powerhouse programs. Benedict College and the Virginia State Trojans face off in the Black College Football Hall of Fame Classic. All right, happy Labor Day weekend, and we are in football heaven on a glorious day at Tom Benson Stadium on the hallowed grounds of the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio for the 5th annual Black College Football Hall of Fame Classic. Two powerhouse Division II HBCU programs, Benedict College and Virginia State, set to open their seasons. I'm Steve Wyche here with former NFL players Bucky Brooks and Isaiah Steinbach. And guys, this is a big game. Again, two strong programs, the dominant programs in Black College football in the Division II level. Bucky, what does this mean the 5th time you go around here in Canton?
Well, look, man, as players, it doesn't get better than playing on a primetime stage. Labor Day weekend, all eyes on me, meaning all eyes on the players on the field. You want to show up, show out, let everyone know that you're a big-time player. You love this atmosphere and environment.
No, you're absolutely correct. There's a time to show up and show up. This is the day. The reality is you need to go ahead and get your popcorn ready, get comfortable, because there is NFL talent that you will see on your rosters next year.
Okay. So Benedict College, look, they've won 11 straight games the past 2 years. But they've had a coaching change, right? There's some new we're going to see right here. But defensively, they've got the preeminent player in this game, Bucky.
So if you're going to build a roster, you want to build it with a pass rusher first. And you think about preseason All-American Aaron Miller being the guy that you want to look at for Benedict College. Number 15, you can see him in white. This is a guy that gets it done off the edge. 10.5 sacks last year, 15 tackles for loss. Defensive coordinator Shea Campbell said, I'm going to unleash him, let him go to work coming off the edge. I expect to see him make an impact on this game as a pass rusher.
Well, but if he wants to make an impact on a pass rusher, he's got to get past who we call the big fella over there on the left side, playing the left tackle for Virginia State. His name is Bruno Uwazu. He is the man himself. He is 6'8", 320 pounds. If there is a man that you're going to create on Madden to protect your quarterback, this is him. Long, lanky, athletic, and you know what? He's very athletic because he used to play a little bit of basketball. So this man right here, you need to keep your eyes on him. If Aaron Maryland wants to do anything tonight, he has to get past him.
Well, it's all about Bruno. That's what the old animated movie said, right?
Yes,
and for more on Bruno, let's send it to the fourth member of our team, Bridget Condon, on the sideline.
Steve, Bruno Nwazo didn't even pick up a football until he was 21 years old. He moved from Nigeria to Maryland in 2016. He was a high school basketball star, but NBA scouts told him you'd probably have more success in the NFL. He walked on at Maryland in 2021, where Coach Frazier was at the time, and started learning the fundamentals of the game. Then he followed Frazier to Virginia State, and now 3 seasons later, NFL scouts are calling, but they're not the only ones noticing. I asked Benedict defensive end Aaron Miller, what do you think of this guy, Bruno? He said, who? I said, the 6'8" left tackle you're going to face. His response, oh, that guy's huge. The tallest guy on the team by far, but we're taught never fear your opponents, and today, he's just another opponent.
All right, thanks a lot, Bridget, guys. A lot of hype for this game. And speaking of hype, let's go inside Virginia State's locker room and listen to their head coach, Henry Frazier.
From here on out, they get nothing. Make them earn every damn thing they get. They get nothing. They get nothing. Nothing. Do I make myself clear? Yes, sir. Do I make myself clear? Yes, sir. Everybody touch somebody.
All right, that was Henry Frazier in his 3rd season at Virginia State, coming off of an 8-2 season, guys. They are projected to win the CIAA conference. They've got some good offensive players. We know their quarterback, Romello Williams, is someone to look out for. They've got talent on here. So, Bucky, we've been preparing for this game for a couple days now. We're talking about the combination of these teams. Well, let's listen to this toss real quick to see who's going to be getting the ball first.
Officials, all of the football players who have made today possible. Our 2 teams for today is Benedict College and Virginia State University. Our honorary coin toss will be taken place by Ms. Glenda Hatchett, the honor Glenda Hatchett, and our guests are the International Directors of the Communication Workers of America, Joe and Ruby. I hope I got them. At this time, Benedict College, you will be calling a coin toss. The Big Ten logo is heads. The football players tails. Tails, heads. What would you like? Tails. Tails is the call.
All right, ready? All righty.
It is a heads. Virginia State has won the toss.
Hey, defense, let's go!
Has elected to defer. Benedict College, you will accept. Virginia State has elected to keep to the board. You guys are going.
All right, we're going to see Benedict College with the ball first. And as you saw right there, the white hat referee, Nicole Randolph, who is the first woman white hat referee that we are going to have here in the Classic. This is a Big Ten officiating crew, so she's going to be spearheading this. We're going to hear her announcing all the calls throughout the game, and she's also part of the Mackey program. And you're seeing here she is a group of the women officiating crew at the Hula Bowl that we saw in 2023. Again, there have been plenty of women who've broken into this, but again, she's part of the Mackey program. And what this is named after Wayne Mackey, the former official. And they've identified people who have aspirations of officiating in the NFL. Now, they've got to go through several steps, and part of it is, again, officiating at this level in college. They've got to watch films, be mentored by veteran NFL officials. But again, Nicole Randolph making a little groundbreaking pioneering in the Black College Football Hall of Fame, which is filled with pioneers in this sport.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's a great opportunity for her. We've seen so many officials retire at the highest level, so you're looking for new talent. She gets a chance to put her talents on display on a major stage over Labor Day weekend.
All right, we're going to see Benedict College on offense. And, guys, we talked to both coaches pregame. They wanted their defenses on the field first. Now, think about this. These are teams that averaged 37 points per game last year, but they love the talent on their defense. Plus, with Benedict having a new head coach in Ron Dickerson, who comes up from West Florida, where he was the offensive coordinator, a lot of unknowns.
There's a lot of unknowns, obviously, but both, as you mentioned there, both of these teams want to go out there and have a good showing offensively and defensively. You talk about the defense, okay, well, Aaron Miller's going to have an opportunity to go ahead and touch the field first, so we'll be able to see that matchup between him and big old Bruno as we go ahead and kick this thing off.
All right, we're seeing Ben Blakely is going to be kicking the ball off for Virginia State, and deep for Benedict, Tyreek Carter, who's a junior from Huntsville, Texas. He's played at Lamar. He's a transfer to Benedict. He's the one we've been told an all-around athlete. We're going to see him do a lot of things. Also, looks like you're seeing number 2 back there for Benedict in college as well.
Xavier Foster.
And Xavier Foster, another dynamic player, a former quarterback who's going to line up at wide receiver. He takes the kick at the 18-yard line, breaks it right. He's got some blocking. He's got a hole. All right, the Benedict Tigers going to get going at about the 33-yard line on their first possession. Now, again, new head coach in Ron Dickerson. The plays are going to be called by offensive coordinator Stan Clayton, who comes up not from West Florida, but he's got a long history with Dickerson. He actually played offensive line for Penn State. Trey Simmons is the quarterback coming out.
So Trey Simmons is all about dual threat playmaking ability, his ability to make plays with his legs and his arm. You can see him get on the perimeter and make some things happen as well.
All right, Von Aiken shotgun. Next to him is Jalen Leary, offset just to the right, in motion. Play action to Leary. Gets the ball out to Zach Gibson for about a 7-yard gain. All right, guys, look at some of the impact players in today's game. All right, we talked about Tyreek Carter for Benedict College. Bucky, the wide receiver.
Yeah, Tyreek Carter is one of their most dynamic receivers. When you talk about route running, he reminds me a lot of Hollywood Brown in the NFL. He is an absolute beast. He's able to get in and out of his breaks, and he's also a JUCO transfer who's go out here and convert on some first downs.
All right, 2nd and 6. Once again, Simmons back. The out pass, a night pass to that man right we were just talking about, Tyreek Carter, for the first down. Benedict is driving down the field. All right, let's look at some impact players on defense.
So on defense, you want to keep your eyes on Cameron Davis, defensive end, coming off the edge, number 97. Lost 25 pounds, should be more explosive, dynamic on the edge. And then it's Mighty Mouse, number 3, the safety, Rodney Jones, leader, instinctive playmaker. Watch him, as he's always around the ball as a ball hawk.
All right, 1st and 10 for Benedict College as they're on their 44-yard line. Trey Simmons back in the gun. Again, fakes the handoff. Lets it rip. Shot play. Throwing it out of bounds. Some contact down the field, but that was a non-catchable ball. Guys, we heard the coaches say they've got some shot plays in their repertoire as they're feeling each other out these first few minutes.
You know, you talk about offense with Coach Ron Dickerson and Coach Clayton. Those guys love to push the ball down the field. Coach Clayton, the former offensive lineman himself, says, hey, I like to run the ball, but I like big plays better.
He said they pass to run the ball, and we've seen that first 3 straight plays, all passes. 2nd and 10 now for Benedict. From their own 44-yard line. With the motion coming across. Number 18, Jackson Williams. Simmons again lets it out outside the perimeters to Williams. Nice pickup. It's going to be third and manageable, Buck.
Hey, Steve, I feel like we've been sold one a little bit in the pre-production meetings. We were talking about Trey Simmons is a runner. First couple plays, they've been throwing the ball, trying to loosen up this Virginia State defense, which is really aggressive when it comes to pressure.
But again, we heard Stan Clayton, the offensive coordinator, tell us he wants to back these guys off to get their attention so they can run the ball. They're 3rd and 6 now. This is a big down. Obvious passing situation. Virginia State playing in their 4-2 nickel base defense. Looks like they're going to be bringing some pressure. Pressure coming and a handoff up the middle. Jalen Leary. Could he be taking it to the house? Oh, a touchdown saving tackle by number 8, Kenny Bennett. Look at this run. A huge hole by Leary up the middle, and he's gone. Bennett comes in off the edge to save a touchdown. Bucky, what do you see right here?
So, Steve, Virginia State was bringing the pressure off the right-hand side of the defense, and they didn't fill every gap. You see it handed to Leary inside. Huge hole because the gap discipline wasn't there from the Trojans.
47-yard gain. Now Benedict first and goal with the explosive play. Isaiah, what about setting up pass to run, but the passes were going to the perimeter? Got in Virginia State's head a little bit, looked like.
Yeah, they got in their head a little bit, but also you got to remember in these first series, these opening series of the game, you're trying to understand with personnel. You're trying to understand exactly what these teams are doing. So they backed them up with the pass. They came back and they brought the pressure, and they paid for it dearly because they were able to run right where they vacated.
All right, Trey Simmons once again out of the gun as Virginia State is showing a 5-man front look. He hands this off to Damian Moat, the big running back. Moat gets taken down for a loss. Number 22 on the stop.
So you love the response from Virginia State. You give up a big play. You want to come right back and see if you can close the door. See better gap discipline. Big play, number 95 at the point of attack. Good job being able to get a negative play. Now you got 2nd and goal from about the 7-yard line.
Yeah, Brian Daughtry was the defensive lineman who got there with the pressure. It's Benedict. We'll see how they set it. They spread it out after going with tight splits this time. 2nd and goal after about a 2-yard loss on the play. Simmons from shotgun. Virginia State showing pressure. Run blitz. Big time play. Gutsy call right there. Tackle. Number 1, KJ McNeil.
Good job, Simple.
Yeah, it's a really good play by KJ McNeil. You got to wonder how much freedom Trey Simmons has at the line of scrimmage in terms of being able to change a play. We got up there, we saw that it was man-to-man coverage. They started walking up in the gaps. You'd like to see him be able to have the ability to check out of that, and get a good pass protection and get a ball to his playmakers on the outside.
All right, Benedict backed up to their 10-yard line after being near the 5 to start this drive. Simmons drops back to pass. Well protected. Short. Incomplete. Pass was intended for number 81, Troy Hillman, on the outside. And it looks like Benedict is going to be settling for the field goal. Lucas Wynn will be coming on to make the attempt.
Yeah, if you're Dr. Henry Frazier, you love the way your defense stood up. Gave up the big play, but you held them to a field goal attempt. Really good job setting it up, stiffening up inside the red area.
All right, looks like Wynn setting up for a 27-yard attempt right here in between the hashes, directly in the middle of the field. It's blocked. It's blocked. Benedict recovers, but the ball will be spotted at the point of the block.
Wait a minute. What we got?
All right, seeing Dr. Henry Frazier right there for Virginia State, saluting to his defense as Virginia State holds with the blocked field goal 0-0 as we come back with Virginia State taking the ball after the break.
The ball was blocked. Never crossed the line.
This is you.
And the other team touched it, then you can advance it on the muff. Kind of cloudy on that one, if you ask me, Steve.
Yeah, that was real dicey. So Lucas Wynn lines up for the PAT after having his field goal blocked just moments ago. And that's good. It is 7-0 Benedict as they score on its opening drive, and it was set up by the big play. But let's look at Benedict. Again, this is a team that has won 11 straight regular season games the past 2 seasons. But with the coaching change, Ron Dickerson taking over, they're not favored to win the SIAC conference this year.
really weird, man. You talk about a team that has dominated the SIAC conference the last 2 years, 11-1 in back-to-back years, winning championships, a dominant Division II team. To not have them at the top of the rankings, to me, I would feel like disrespected if I'm Ron Dickerson and his team. They've dominated Division II, and to not be respected like that, you may see a little extra energy from this group today.
Right, you're looking at the media day predicted order finish. Albany State, first off Fort Valley, Miles College, Tuskegee, and Benedict. Now, part of the reason for this is Benedict College, again, 11 straight wins, undefeated the regular season the past 2 years. Their only loss came in the Division II playoffs, Isaiah, is their head coach, Shennis Berry, is now the head coach at South Carolina State, and he took a bunch of players with him, which left Ron Dickerson kind of in a bind in spring ball.
Yeah, Coach Dickerson brought in over 60-plus new guys into spring ball this year to try to put together a new squad. Obviously, you had a great tenure here prior to him, but now he steps in and he's able to create his own culture, and he is doing such because he talks a lot about vision, and he has a vision right now to go ahead and try to win this ball game.
Rising Levante Gator deep for Virginia State. And he is going to field it on about the 1-yard line. He's got a seam. He's got some of the big-time tackle by number 8 for Benedict, Dante Drake. That was a big play. All right, and coming out for quarterback now is Romello Williams, who was a starter at Central Connecticut State, came to Virginia State last year, had 4 straight victories to start the season. Then he breaks the wrist in his throwing hand. After that, he's out for the season. Virginia State finished 8-2, and their head coach, Henry Frazier, said they would have been undefeated had they had this young man taking snaps.
Yeah, Coach Frazier is super excited about Romello Williams. This dude, talking about 6 foot, 195 pounds. He is one of the most dynamic players, not only on that team, but also on the field in general. He runs a 4.5, strong arm, the ability to be able to win his one-on-one matches once he gets out on the edge.
Please reset the game clock to 10:56. The play clock will start on my ready for play.
All right, our official Nicole Randolph adjusting time. Romello Williams and the Trojans take over first and 10 on the 25. We can see if they will answer right here. Seeing Jamil Williams line up at running back, offset to Romello Williams. He's another game breaker, a slasher type of player. So now we'll see how this Benedict defense can hold up. We know they've got the star of the game, Aaron Miller, number 15 in the white jersey at defensive end. We know he's going to line up to the strong side. Let's get the play clock set here.
Thank you.
Okay, so now they have the game clock reset. And Virginia State, let's see if they can get on the board to even the score. Romello Williams setting the shotgun. Motion. Williams on the keeper after the play action. A big hit. A huge hit by number 26, Omari Terry. So, Bucky, let's take a look at this.
So, Omari Terry, one of their big playmakers on the inside, doesn't go for the fake, reads the pullers, comes right downhill, makes a big shot on Romello Williams.
And Omari Terry, he's starting at that star position. Oh, as we're seeing a big run right here by Jamil Williams. 2 plays straight up the middle for Virginia State. So let's look at some of the impact players, because Jamil Williams, who just got that carry and the first down for the Trojans, is on that board.
Yeah, you talk about 2 of the players that are their playmakers. You got obviously the quarterback, Romello Williams, number 4, and then you just saw the ball carrier, Jamil Williams, number 26. He's a downhill back. He's big, he's physical, and he wants the contact. As we like to say, he wants that smoke.
He wants the smoke.
All right, Miller Williams, 1st and 10, back in the shotgun. And he takes a deep shot. He's got a man open. He overthrows number 26, Jamil Williams, on the wheel route. And let's look at some of the other impact players right here, Bucky. Let's look at Benedict's defensive line.
Okay, Demetrius Patterson is called their traffic cop in the middle of that defense. Does a great job of getting everyone lined up. And then Nolan Jones, the captain in the back end, does a great job of making sure everyone knows exactly what to do. Excellent communicator in the back end.
Well, guys, also the past couple plays, we have seen Aaron Williams line up against Bruno. Now he flips the defensive end over to the left side as Romello Williams makes a nice throw to Malik Hunter, a 5'9", 160-pound junior out of Woodbridge, Virginia. That's another first down to the sideline.
And that's their other playmaker you just saw as one of their premier guys, number 0, Malik Hunter, able just to run a nice little hitch route on a rollout. take the easy pass, get the first down, look for the big play coming up here soon.
We're seeing Virginia State go to some tempo. This is something that we did not expect, though. A big hit on Jamel Williams. Number 12 comes up. Makes a big hit. Isaiah Stevens from the weak side linebacker spot. Coastal Carolina transfer. 2nd and 9, 1 yard gain on the play.
One of the other things that they're testing right now, Virginia State, is really testing the formation, the ability for Benedict to adjust defensively in terms of personnel groupings. 5 wide right now, nobody in the backfield but the quarterback.
Yep, Melo Williams going empty right here. Benedict bringing pressure. Williams taking another shot again for number 5. On the edge, that was Marquis Smith. Pass incomplete, now 3rd and 9.
Dr. Henry Frazier talked about their offense being multiple, wanted to get in a bunch of different things their first 15 to kind of see what the defense was going to play. Here's what we found out. When they went empty, they went to an automatic blitz check, had a free rusher off the edge, hit the quarterback right in the face.
3rd and 9 on the 49-yard line. This is the first time we've seen him kind of take to slow things down a little bit. Melo Williams showing some checks at the line of scrimmage. Takes the snap. Aaron Williams jumped. Deep shot. Pass incomplete, but we do have a flag down.
All right, so you're already seeing right now. Number 59, Jay Wright, offensive lineman for Virginia State, upset because the quarterback got hit. Man, if you're going to go empty and you're going to empty out the pocket, you can get some shots over your quarterback.
Okay, let's wait for the call here.
Offsides. Defense, number 48. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Repeat, 3rd down.
Israel Nwokocha on the infraction, so it's going to give Virginia State another opportunity.
Well, you talk about opportunities. As soon as they cross the line of scrimmage and Romello Williams, the quarterback, knows that this is a free play. I could take a shot down the field. I could put it up, take a chance that I normally wouldn't take on that play because I already know I have 5 yards in the pocket.
All right, 3rd and 4 from the 43-yard line. Virginia State guys could be in 2-down territory here. Miller Williams, he rolls to his left, rolls to his left side to keep it. Oh, no place to go. This is the second time we've seen Isaiah Stevens come up with a big play on the stride.
It's a really good play by Isaiah Stevens, but that's an odd call by Virginia State as you have a right-handed quarterback that's rolling out to his left on the near side of the hash. So you don't have a lot of space out there, especially when you have 3 receivers running all their routes in the same area.
All right, Virginia State lining up to punt. Kyle Miller lining up to punt. Tyree Carter deep for Benedict College. Big stand by Benedict on defense.
Yeah, one of the things that we've seen from Benedict, they've been well prepared. When you went to that walkthrough, one of the most organized and structured walkthroughs that we've seen.
All right, high punt. Getting away from it, and it bounces into the end zone. We are going to have a touchback. Benedict holds, still leads 7-0 here at the 7:59 mark of the first quarter. And you are looking at the gallery of the Black College Football Hall of Fame, which is inside the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio. And we'll have plenty more from the Black College Football Hall of Fame Classic after the break.
Guys.
In Ohio, where Benedict College has a first quarter 7-0 lead over Virginia State. And while we have great things going on the field between the lines, also big things going on outside of the lines. And for more of that, let's send it down to the sideline with our Bridget Condon.
Thanks, Steve. Adrian, you are the first executive level employee at the Hall specifically tasked with building this relationship between the Pro Football Hall of Fame and the Black College Football Hall of Fame. How has that been going?
It's been going fantastic. I mean, look at this crowd. They're having a great time. It's Sunday afternoon. We're in a Black College Football Hall of Fame Classic. The crowd is excited. The College Hall of Famers are here. It's been excellent.
Why is it important specifically to you to continue to build that relationship?
Well, right to my right here is Doug Williams, and he set a legacy for so many players, including all the players that's on this field. And our job is to make sure that their legacies are honored and that these players that's currently playing know that they are standing on the shoulders of these great men.
Not just Doug here, there's tons of Black Football Hall of Fame alumni here. What does that mean to see them here at this game?
Well, it shows how important it is to them, right? They're taking time out of their family schedules to come to Canton to celebrate with us. There are 28 of them here in town. Hall of Famers, Black College Hall of Famers, Pro Football Hall of Famers, and we're just honored to honor them.
And then lastly, what can we expect to see as this relationship between the Pro Football Hall of Fame and Black College Football Hall of Fame continues to grow?
Well, what you can expect to see is inside that Pro Football Hall of Fame is a full Black College Football Hall of Fame. We made a commitment that they would have a permanent home inside the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and we intend to do that. And so in the future, there will be a Black College Football Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio.
Can't wait to see it. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Bridget and Adrian. And while you guys were talking, Trey Simmons with a 13-yard keeper for the first down for Benedict. And Isaiah, they are really spreading the field out and doing some creative stuff here.
Yeah, they want to use his abilities. One thing that we knew from the meetings that we had was Trey Simmons can utilize his legs. This dude is fast. He's dynamic. He also has a live arm. But the thing is, when you spread the defense out, all of a sudden there seems to be one guy who's responsible for the quarterback, and Benedict feels as if their guy can beat their guy any day.
Now, one of the things that Dr. Henry Frazier talked about was having to play an I don't know defense. They didn't have a lot of film, didn't know what was going on. So right now in the first quarter, they've been caught on some bad matchups. Look for them to settle down and get back to playing real good Trojan football.
That's right. The I don't know defense. That is the call, even though they're going 4 men across the front in their base. You're seeing their base look right now. 2nd and 7 for Benedict. Simmons takes a shotgun snap, sets the pass, steps up, dumps it off to his running back, Jalen. Big hit, ball's out. Flag down. Wow, big hit on Jalen Leary. Marquise Edmond on that hit. I'm wondering, guys, it looked like the flag came out before the contact, though.
Yeah, I think it was on the right side of the line. I'm not sure yet, but it looks like might have been a potential holding on the offensive side, but you also see a flag there in the defensive secondary, so you might see offsetting penalties here.
Cole Randolph will let us know.
There's no foul for targeting by the defense. We have 2 fouls by the offense. Holding, offense number 75. That penalty is declined. Pass interference, offense number 87. That penalty will be 15 yards from the previous side. 2nd down.
Okay, wide receiver Taylor Merrill called for offensive pass interference as we take a look, Bucky.
Yeah, so now it's funny that that's called pass interference. It looked like a little inadvertent contact. The defensive back was squatting on the route. He ran into him, but it looked like a block because the wide receiver was trying to push off, get some space.
Yeah, it looked like he thought it was going to be a run play the way that he went after. He wasn't really trying to get open right there. But here we've done it. 2nd and 22 now after the call.
See, they're going back to the empty set again, trying to open things up for Trey Simmons in the backfield.
Yeah, nothing at the 2nd level of Virginia State's defense in the middle of the field. Simmons drops back the pass, scrambles to his left. There's all kind of room to run. Another flag down, but Simmons showing his agility once again as he's brought down by number 9 on the sidelines on the tackle. Sivion Pleasance on the tackle.
So a little movement by the defensive line, meaning some twisting games against the empty formation. We're beginning to see some of the cracks in the protection. We're seeing the quarterback get hit a little bit more. Virginia State is beginning to hone in on what Benedict is doing.
Well, you talk about some of the things that they're doing on the defensive line to try to elicit some kind of pressure. Well, whenever you stay...
Offense number 68, 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. 2nd down.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back holding calls for the offensive Benedict. They got to figure that out. But it's because of some of the stunts that you were just talking about there, Bucky. when you have a defense that doesn't want to adjust personnel-wise, you want to stay in your base versus 5 wide receivers, you have to try to bring some kind of pressure. And the only way that you can bring that is by running stunts on your front line. If the communication is not right for your offensive line, you're going to end up with some holding calls.
Penalty was on freshman left tackle A.J. Brown. And guys, freshman, that's not the first time we're going to hear that call today. Because Ron Dickerson said he's going to play a lot of the freshmen that he brought in because he did come in after the signing period, so he had to go out and get a bunch of players to add to this roster.
Yeah, you want to get your young guys on the field. You want to develop them. You want them to have some game experience early because those guys can play key roles later in the year.
All right, second 32. You're seeing 5 minutes and 46 seconds left in the first quarter. Benedict has the ball now on his own 13-yard line. Trey Simmons sets up behind center. Fakes the handoff. Oh, under pressure, but he gets the ball off to number 6, Jatarius Williams, for a nice pickup. Takes a big hit, Trey Simmons did, with the pressure coming from his right side.
Really good job by number 1, Trey Simmons. You see him right there on your screen. The ability to sit in there with the pressure coming, knowing that guy's unblocked and delivering the ball to your receiver so that he can get some yards after catch. Look at that. It takes a lot of strength to sit in there and know that you're going to take a hit to the blind side and still be able to get your guy opportunity.
Yeah, as a defense coordinator, you're trying to get hits on the quarterback to see if the courage will change. So far, so good for Trey Simmons in the pocket.
Yeah, he's really held strong because Virginia State is shown at times to really get some pressure off the edges. And now, guys, look, Virginia State is showing a 3-man front. We have not seen that so far this game. 3rd and 19. Looks like we've got a timeout for Benedict. Ron Dickerson wants to talk things over for his team. All right, Benedict College still leading 7-0. We'll see if they can make this 3rd down conversion when we come back after the break. Get a look inside with these 4: Tom Pelissero, Junie Batista, Mike Garafolo, and Ian Rappaport. The Insiders, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday next week, plus Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday during the NFL season, 7 p.m. Eastern Time on NFL Network and streaming on NFL Plus. Well, new Benedict coach Ron Dickerson has a credo: vision. Isaiah, would you care to explain?
Absolutely. Whenever you have opportunity to speak with Coach Dickerson Jr., he always talks about vision. Matter of fact, he's a visionary. But we're going to walk you through what this actually means. The V stands for vision, or visualize. The I, internalize, strategize, initiate, overcome, and necessity. He talks to this, he preaches this all day long. The players understand what this is. Whenever they break down the huddle, that's what they say. And they are locked and loaded about seeing their future before it even happens.
Well, let's check their vision on 3rd and 19 right here after 2 big penalties that put them in this unfavorable spot. Trey Simmons rolls out right, makes a nice throw, but out of bounds outside the reach of Tyreek Carter. Looks like Virginia State has forced the first punt out of Benedict College, but scored on the opening drive.
Yeah, good job by Virginia State. Long yardage situation, trying to do a sprint out, execute a sprint out to the right-hand side. Zone coverage, everything was in front. Forced them to make an overthrow because the windows were really, really tight on this side.
All right, dropping back for Virginia State. Looks like we've got number 1 on the return team.
Be alert for pressure.
And that looks like Talik Ray, a wide receiver. What were you saying, Isaiah, about pressure?
I said be alert for pressure here on this punt return team.
Short punt. We'll see if there's a return here. There's going to be no return, and Virginia State is going to be starting at about the 42-yard line. Very favorable position. Virginia State takes over, down 7-0 to Benedict here at the Black College Football Hall of Fame Classic.
This
at Virginia State head coach Dr. Henry Frazier III, and Bucky, he's got an impressive resume, especially in the HBCU ranks.
Yeah, he's won every coach to win the Eddie Robinson Award. This celebrates Coach of the Year at the FCS level. This is a guy who has a very sound plan. He's worked his plan at every stop. You see Bowie State, you see Prairie View A&M. This is someone who understands what he has at Virginia State. He wants his team to be physical, relentless, play with great effort and discipline, and they're locked in. They want to play really well tonight.
Yep, 3rd year at Virginia State. When he took over Prairie View A&M's program, they had just snapped the 80-game losing streak. sure he's happy he didn't have to take that up at Virginia State, where he took over for Reggie Barlow, now the head coach of the DC Defenders of UFL. Okay, Romello Williams of Virginia State take over 1st and 10 at their own 42. Williams a shotgun. He has this ball off. Big hit. Wow.
It's Ty Patterson.
Ty Patterson.
Ty Patterson must have been in the Hall of Fame looking at Night Train Lane.
Jamil Williams on the run, and boom.
Yeah, he's been playing WWE, and that was a closed line.
All right, Virginia State goes hurry up right here. Again, Jamil Williams up the left side, up the middle. Yeah, you're seeing Ty Patterson. We hear he's downhill, and it seems like Virginia State is trying to go uphill with this big hammer clocking up the middle.
Yeah, I think they're trying to tire out this defense as you continue to see them go no huddle. Not only are they going no huddle, they're going 4 wide receivers. So they're trying to spread things out and give Romello Williams some opportunities to use his legs.
All right, Williams takes a snap on 3rd and 3, takes a shot. Oh, a big-time catch by Tyleek Gray for the touchdown. We have a flag down on the play, but what a catch, because he was tightly covered in man coverage.
How about that?
All right, Isaiah, you're a former quarterback. You got to tell me about this throw once we get the call here. What a beautiful pass by Romello Williams down the left sideline.
Defense number 55. That penalty decline. Result of the play. Touchdown.
This is what we call a dime. You see the ball thrown outside and upfield shoulder. The reason why he does it that way is so that the defensive back on the inside has no opportunity at getting a shot at this ball. The receiver does a good job of holding him off until the last second. He's able to accelerate, bring the catch in, and walk in for an easy touchdown.
Not only that, like you just talked about holding the line. When you're a wide receiver in the National Football League, they always tell you, hold the line, let it drop over that outside shoulder. Great job by the wide receiver.
Ben Blakely converts to PAT. Guys, we have got a tie ball game after another explosive play here in the Black College Football Hall of Fame Classic. Let's take another look at this touchdown pass from Romello Williams to Tyleek Gray. Oh! That's nasty, guys.
Yes, with a dime. Hey.
Bird coming in, shot plays. That's a shot in the arm to get Virginia State right back into play. And there's a Trojan band, and coming up at halftime, we are going to hear from both bands. And folks, you know, it is not HBCU football until we see the bands getting down at halftime.
I can't wait to experience it.
What do you got, Bucky? How long before they hit neck?
It won't be long. It won't be long, but I think I can anticipate a little Not Like Us kind of popping.
Oh.
We've seen that.
Okay. So Joshua Campbell, a freshman, set to kick off for Virginia State, which just tied the score up. Back deep. Got Carter, number 2. It's being taken here by Xavier Foster. Being hemmed up pretty deep in his own territory. Benedict is going to be taking over at the 10-yard line. And now let's send it down to the sideline and Bridget Condon.
Steve, you were talking about Coach Henry Frazier and the success he's had everywhere he's gone. He's been coaching since 1990, more than 3 decades of knowledge, but it's not just what he's doing on the field for his kids, it's off the field. He's written 3 different children's books. It's the City Boy Seaman, based on his time growing up in Washington, D.C. Seaman is kind of his nickname, and it shares stories of how to encourage kids to do the right things. And that's what he said. Without the people in his life growing up, he would not be the man he is today.
All right, good stuff. Coach Frazier, a doctor and an author.
Doctor and a scholar, you like that, right?
I love it because, you know what, he grew up in LaDroit Park, which is down in the foothills of my alma mater. You know I had to get it in, Buck. Howard University.
Look, I know, I feel like there's a bit of a celebration when it comes to HU, the Mecca, as you guys would say.
You know, it's just the Seaman books, okay? We have a penalty on the kickoff. Look at this, guys. Oh, my goodness. We're going to see number 13 for Virginia State. We're going to see, and that's Tayshawn Porter, one of their top receivers, a transfer from Howard University. We're going to see if that's going to lead to him being able to remain on the field.
Yeah, that was a silly call. I mean, you got to keep yourself under control.
I did not hear the announcement of any other discipline besides the mark-off on the penalty. But now Benedict takes over on its own 24 when they were pinned inside their 15.
in the formation, light box.
Trey Simmons tries to go quick. Coverage, but he breaks free. Nice run and gets down. Bucky, Trey Simmons, he's having one heck of a game on him.
Yeah, that's mainly because of the fact that Virginia State's defense is not adjusting. They're staying in their base defense. They're going 5 wide receivers. That means that you have to widen out the base. You look in the middle of your screen, there is no linebacker in the middle of the field. They're trying to cover the quarterback by running stunts with the defensive end and bringing him in on a little TE stunt, and it's not working.
Bucky, I want to follow up on that here. 2nd and 2 for Benedict Simmons. He hands the ball off right here. Gets the ball to number 2. That's Xavier Foster. He breaks it. A big run to the left, and we got a flag down on the field. Let's see what this call is. Foster's someone who's played, and we were told he's a former quarterback, lined up at wide receiver, but we were told we're going to see him in a lot of different roles.
You saw the athleticism right there to be able to break out of a tackle. It looks like we're probably going to get a face mask. Most men, when they get a face mask, they usually go to the ground. Not Xavier Foster.
Yeah, we've kind of hit a window where we're seeing a lot of laundry on the field. This is week 1 for both of these teams. Now let's get the call. You nailed it, Isaiah. We got a defensive face mask.
So that's an explosive play.
During the run, face mask. Defense, 15 yards will be added to the end of the run. Automatic, first down.
Here's the play.
Oh, yeah. Good. I mean, that's a long grab.
It's hard to tell who got the paw in there. It looked like it might have been number 12, Virginia State.
You see the block by Trey Simmons, though. Getting dirty out there for your fellas.
Yeah, you got to be careful. 170 pounds.
All right, guys, walk me through this now. Virginia State just scores. They have had 2 significant penalties on plays to allow Benedict now to get a first down on the plus 40-yard line.
No, you don't like that. One of the number 1 things they talk about as football coaches, don't beat ourselves. Penalties are a big part of that. They've had 2 silly penalties that have helped Benedict move the ball down the field.
All right, Trey Simmons, a handoff to that man again. Xavier Foster. Looks like he picks up about 3 on that number 92 Ahmad Poole for Virginia State on the tackle. Benedict no huddling, but they're just not rushing. They're not going tempo here.
Yeah, they've done a really good job of playing this. They're going to continue to go empty until Virginia State changes. It's been very static for them, very easy. They have a numbers advantage in the box.
2nd and 7. Simmons again on the keeper. You got a flag down, but Simmons rushes for the first down before he's run out of bounds by number 4, Donovan Howard. We're seeing number 77.
Ooh, they came and got him.
Holding, offense, number 75. 10 yards from the previous spot. Replay, 2nd down.
Jordan Taylor gets called for the penalty, and he already gets replaced by Javonte Yarbrough.
Get replaced because of lack of discipline. You have a lot of positive things going right now for your offense in terms of taking advantage of the opponent's undisciplined. And now you go out there and get your 2nd holding call of the day. You usually don't see offensive linemen get subbed out, but you can tell Coach Dickerson that has no tolerance for those errors.
Yeah, Coach Dickerson, he's trying to figure out his roster. We keep talking about there's a lot of turnover here since he's taken over at the Benedict program. You see him right there having a couple words. It is now 2nd and 17. It's Trey Simmons in that empty backfield. Xavier Foster flanked to the right. That's the player number 2 who's been really big on this drive.
A 5-man box, but they were able to get those guys out of a 2-high shell. Now they have a linebacker there for Trey.
All right, another flag down. Delay of game.
Got to understand the new clock rules. Play clock rules, 40, 25 play clock rules. It changes.
There's no foul for delay of game. Timeout, Benedict College. Their 2nd timeout of the half.
There we go.
30-second timeout.
Did not get a penalty. All right, guys, here, some good news on the NFL front. An update from the San Francisco 49ers on wide receiver Ricky Pearsall. The 49ers wide receiver was released.
Yeah, great news. Scary situation for Ricky Pearsall to be involved in a robbery. But it's good that he came out on the other side of it.
Absolutely. Okay, so there was no delay of game on there as Benedict did get the timeout before the penalty was called. 2nd and 17. Empty backfield again. Simmons takes the snap. He's under significant pressure. He launches it deep. He's got a man wide open, just a little short. Number 81, Troy Hillman, could not catch up to the underthrown ball, but he had broken open, Isaiah.
Yeah, you can't miss on these opportunities. You're going to have a nice little wheel route here on the outside. Boop, runs it right up the sideline there. Boom, and you beats his man. You have to deliver a ball up and out there so that he can run underneath the ball. Almost drew the defensive pass interference, but
not quite good.
Can't rely on that.
So, Isaiah, you played with the greatest quarterback of all time in Tom Brady. We always talk about what made him so great. Whenever he got the lottery ticket, he cashed it in. That was a lottery ticket available for Trey Simmons. He missed a big play opportunity.
All right, now he's got 3rd and 17. He needs a big play to get Benedictine at least into field goal range here. Takes the snap. Under pressure on a 3-man rush. He is brought down. A big-time sack. Who got to him first? It looks like number 9 on the play for Virginia State on the tackle. That's Mustafa Coley. And that is someone that his head coach, Henry Frazier, said is a dog. He said he gives Bruno a whole lot of problems in practice.
Yeah, but going back to that 2nd down play, on the 2nd down, they were able to get them out of that too-high shell, which they were running a lot of cover 4, protecting the deep play, not allowing it to happen. Finally, you get them into that single high look. You take a shot, you miss on your shot, and they come right back to, again, going back to the too-high, not allowing you to beat them over the top.
All right, 4th and 20. Lucas Wynn gets the punt off barely. Much better punt, a fair caught by number 1. Talik Ray for Virginia State. 15 seconds left in a very long first quarter, gentlemen.
It's been a long one, and we've seen a lot of emotion start to come out as well. You've seen a lot of yapping going back and forth. We've seen a lot of penalties as a result of it. This is a time, as you mentioned, Buck, this is early. This is the first game of the year. Both of these teams have not played against each other this year. They're both really good programs. You have to get yourself under control. You have almost 1 quarter underneath your belt. Now settle down, execute your game plan, and go out there and try to win a ball game.
All right, Romello Williams, a quarterback for Virginia State, score tied at 7-all. Takes over on his own 14-yard line, 1st and 10. Both these teams operating out of shotgun. He hands the ball off to Raekwon Rabbit Smith. It is Smith's first carry. Norfolk State transfer as we're getting ready to wind down the end of the first quarter. And there it is with the score tied 7-all at the end of the period. Virginia State is trying to get something going here. All right, 7-all. We had some big plays, big runs, a big touchdown pass, plenty of penalties, but we got an exciting game here at the Black College Football Hall of Fame Classic. Oh, there's 3 more quarters to come. Some great players from historically black colleges like this man, Sweetness Walter Payton.
These are the guys that you put posters up of when you're a young kid and you have a passion for the game. And these guys not only are Hall of Famers, but they're historically black college Hall of Famers as well. When you talk to them individually, they all say that's just as important as being in the Hall for the pro.
You know, some people say it's harder to get into the Black College Hall of Fame than the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
All right, so now here at the Black College Football Hall of Fame, a beautiful day at Tom Benson Stadium in Canton, Ohio at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. 7-7. This is Virginia State in the blue and orange. It's tied 7-all, 2nd and 6. As their quarterback, Romello Williams, hands the ball off. Looks like the number 24, Rabbit Smith. Powering, they said he's a bruiser, guys.
Yeah, he's a bruiser, but they also, the offensive line is a bruiser. You got the big Bruno on the left side, and that entire left side from the center all the way to Bruno, those guys are going to be moving mountains.
And he's been going up against Aaron Miller, number 15, the preseason All-American. A big-time throw from Williams. He connects it to number 5 on the play right there. Number 5, Tayshawn Porter on the reception.
And that's a good job of the offensive line, just giving him protection. You mentioned Bruno on the left side against Miller, doing a good job holding him off, protecting his backside. But they're having time to deliver the ball when they choose to air it out. And because of that, they have over a 7.9-yard average. They're going to continue to move these chains. As long as they can control the ball in possession here, they're going to be in good shape.
Illegal formation, offense, more than 5 players in the backfield. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay, first down.
All right, that negates a big-time reception of play right there. Virginia State's going to have to reset.
It's another one of those things we talk about not beating themselves. Pre-snap penalties, just things that are controllable. You have to take care of those things to give yourself an opportunity to win games at a high level.
Let me ask you this: when you're rotating in so many players through, especially when you've had a significant turnover in your roster, aren't these the type of penalties that maybe you expect in a game like this?
I mean, yeah, you try to get these out in training camp, right? And that's the reason why NFL, as we look to the league, these guys play, 5-6 weeks in training camp to get all these bugs out. That's why they have preseason games. These guys don't have that luxury. This is their preseason. This is their regular season.
All right, 1st and 15 from the 22. Romello Williams back in shotgun. He's got Rabbit Smith offset to his left. Williams drops back, takes off the run, makes a nice move, gets up to the 29-yard line. Williams is starting to feel it a little bit. We wanted to see with his legs, guys.
He is utilizing his legs. When you talk to Coach Frazier, he said this: as he goes, our team goes. So they're going to try their best to make sure that he's protected. And when he's not protected, he has opportunity to do exactly what you just saw there: utilize his legs and move the chains.
Left guard Tyleek McCoy was cleaning the way for that run right there as well. We know the left side of that line, guys, is really big, physical. Okay, 2nd and 8 for Virginia State. 7-yard gain on that play. 27-yard line. Williams fakes the handoff, drops back, looks. His first read is gone. He's trying to buy time. Oh, he takes a big hit as the pass is incomplete. That is something that Virginia State does not want to see. They do not have a lot of depth at quarterback.
Yeah, Tymetris Patterson shows up again. Number 0's all over the field, delivers a big shot. I honestly don't think Romello Williams saw him. I think he saw him late, caught him out the corner of his eye. If he did, he would have ducked and protected himself. He took a full-on shot from Patterson.
Isaiah, Ty Patterson is a Mike linebacker. He busted him up from outside of the hash on him.
I don't think Ty Patterson matters. I don't think he cares where he's at on the field. He wants to hit somebody all day long. But look at here on the bottom of your screen. You got Miller versus Bruno. Bruno's doing a good job of running him up the field, just locking in on him. Look at those vice grips.
Miller Williams with the pass under pressure again. Nothing doing. Great coverage on the back, and we have a late flag come in. Well, I guess maybe we can go 3 plays without a flag, but maybe not 4.
Yeah, you got to take that part down. Going back to that clip with Bruno, man, Bruno looks the part of those feet. Oof. Nice feet, locked them arms.
Is that slide defense?
Yeah, that is slide. Aaron Miller didn't get any penetration.
Preliminary signal is offensive pass interference.
Pass interference, offense number 12. Half the distance to the goal. Replay, 3rd down.
All right, Marquis Smith flagged on this call. Yeah, there was a lot of traffic on that play. But to go back, guys, when we talked about Bruno, right, we saw he was a basketball player. We thought he was going to be this tall, kind of lanky dude. He's bricked up.
Yeah, Jokic. I don't know. That's about the only person we can say for basketball. He's a big man. I mean, he is not little by any means. As we mentioned in the intro.
Take the result of the play. 4th down.
Okay, so now we find out that Benedict is not going to accept the penalty. So they're going to let it play out. It is now 4th and 8 on the play. Virginia State coming out to punt. Number 5, Tyreek Carter for Benedict is going to line up deep.
Yeah, we're going back to that point about Bruno. Talking about how inexperienced he is, right? Just coming over, just didn't start playing football till he's 21, and now he's going up against the only preseason American that's on this field today, and he's handling himself very well.
All right, Kyle Miller on the punt, a short punt. And it's going to bounce out of bounds at about the 43-yard line for Benedict, so they're going to have some really good field position. All right, we're still tied at 7. 13 minutes left. We'll be back to see if Benedict grabbed the lead right after the break.
Dad, I got a huge barbecue.
Season on national television.
It's so exciting. I mean, for the Pro Football Hall of Fame and the Black College Football Hall of Fame, along with the NFL Network, to partner to make sure that our kids can have this wonderful experience. It's fantastic.
And I know you're an HBCU grad as well. Don't let Steve Weich know. You guys will be talking Howard for days. But why is it so important for you specifically going to an HBCU to see the relationship between the Black College Hall of Fame and the Pro Football Hall of Fame continue to grow?
You know, I think our institutions, our HBCUs, Howard University, my second favorite school, Virginia State University, my favorite institution, are institutions that really change lives. Our young people are doing some incredible things at VSU. Our enrollment has grown for the 4th year in a row, and so we're excited to showcase that, to let people know a little bit about Virginia State.
And you've done so much for Virginia State and HBCU since taking over as the Virginia State president. Why is it important for people to pay attention to HBCUs, and how can you continue to grow and let people know what Virginia State's all about?
It's important for people to pay attention because we've always been America's best-kept secret. There wouldn't be a black middle class in America but for our HBCUs. We've always punched above our weight, and we're ready to do even more to help this country move forward.
Awesome answers. Thanks so much. Good luck.
Thank you.
Steve?
All right, well done, Bridget. I have to tell you, I'm not going to call Dr. Abdullah a liar, but Virginia State is not his first favorite school over Howard University. It is right now, but I'm going to let him slide because I have two cousins who are VSU graduates, Roman and Deidre Trigg. Well done down there. While that conversation is going on, Benedict is stalled. It is now 3rd and 10 on their 42. Trey Simmons takes the snap under significant pressure, rolls out right, and he throws it out of bounds.
This is a drop in protection right there, Steve. They had exactly what they wanted. They had 5 men up there blocking. They had 5 guys that were coming. The right guard turned his head, looked over to the left side, and left the right side vacant.
Yeah, and we know up front, that's where Benedict is really trying to figure out what they've got personnel-wise.
Yeah, you can see Virginia State trying to tighten the screws on the outside, a little more press coverage, challenging guys at the line of scrimmage.
Virginia State gets some guys on late on that punt return team. Short punt. But it rolls. It takes a very friendly Benedict roll. Looks like it goes out at about the 6-yard line. All right, Red Zone, that's the big thing, right, at NFL Network, guys. And on Sunday, September 8th, NFL Red Zone returns with a free preview. Join host Scott Hansen for every touchdown from every game this Sunday afternoon on up to 8 screens at once. Wow, for free. Go to NFL.com/Red Zone and check your local provider for details. Did you hear my 2 favorite words? For free.
Free 99.
Do not miss that. A 51-yard punt by Benedict. Virginia State's going to try to get something going offensively, guys. They've really been stunted these past couple of drives by penalties more than anything.
Yeah, a lot of the self-inflicted errors on both teams have prevented them from moving the ball up and down the field. See if they can clean that up on this drive.
All right, from the 7-yard line, Virginia State deep in its own territory. Romello Williams, they overload on that left side with the motion. Big handoff. Wow, that was number 26, Jamil Williams on the run. He gets collared down.
Ty Patterson.
Hey. Guys.
When he hits you, you could sense the power that he's coming with.
Can we see that replay one more time? Because I want you guys to look where he starts on that play. I'm sorry, we got to get back to the action. But he flowed about 2 yards to his left before coming back to the right now. Romello Williams on about 2nd and 3. Nice run here.
Good job.
By Jamil Williams. Okay, here's the play we were just talking about. Watch Ty Patterson where he starts on the initial flow of the play. Watch here, he's number 0.
He sees the flow, goes back, but then it's just the closing speed and burst. Being able to control it from sideline to sideline as a Mike linebacker is essential.
Right, 3rd and 1 right now for Virginia State. They've had 2 bruising runs. Let's see if they keep that up here from the shotgun. Williams again. He's got more than enough. Physical run. They've got something going inside. What are you seeing?
They're starting to try to impose their will. We talked about it a couple series ago about how strong this offensive line is and how big and stout they are. Well, if you want to take the penalties out of it, if you want to really enforce yourself and move the chains and control the time of possession, you take the ball to the ground game, and that's exactly what you're seeing them do for Virginia State right now.
I won a few times we've seen the tailback here. Williams line up directly behind the quarterback in a true pistol.
True pistol formation. That makes it hard for the defense. You don't know which side is the actual strength.
Okay, offsets. Williams to the left. Miller Williams, he takes off running to the right. That guy, Patterson, flagging him down, pushing him out of bounds, about 7 yards up the field. Okay, we're going to take a look at that guy, Bruno, one more time. What do you see?
I'm telling you, so at left tackle, man, you're just looking for guys that have the athleticism, the footwork. Did you see the quick little kick slide? I love the way he gets his hands up inside. Got a little jersey, but that's okay. The one thing that we're seeing from Bruno, he got some of that dog and that nastiness that you like to go with his athleticism.
Now, we were told pass pro is his thing.
Yeah.
So athletic it works. Azim Williams with a nice completion to number 1 on that. Receiver right there, Tylee Gray. Tylee Gray looked like he almost lost that.
And you're starting to see Virginia State really settle in and understand that this game is about moving the chains.
So now 3rd and short again, 2nd straight, time on the series where they've managed to get 3rd and manageable here. They can do a lot of different things. They're going to run the ball again.
Oh, that's nice.
Jamil Williams, off right tackle.
This is just about clock management at this point. Now they're starting to impose their will. Long, sustained drives is not their thing. They like the big shot. But when you're able to hand the ball off to the running back, and just use your heavy set, just wipe the whole right side of the offensive line backwards, that's exactly what you want to be able to do. Now, what does that do to the defense? The defense all of a sudden starts moving more guys closer to the line of scrimmage. You can start getting single high. Now you can go back to taking your deep shots.
Miller Williams, a new set of downs, fakes the handoff, great protection, and like you said, Isaiah, deep shot. He connects, number 0, Malik Hunter on the play. Wow. There's a flag down, 2 flags down near the line of scrimmage. We'll see what Nicole Randolph has to say here. This is the one thing Virginia State did not want to happen. They were in great tempo. And if this is on him, it could negate a huge play. Here we go.
Personal foul, roughing the passes, defense number 7. Half the distance to the goal, automatic first down.
Wow, Solomon Riggins gets called for a roughing the passer. That has been tacked on.
Yeah, tacked on is a big play. Now, Isaiah Stanback had his crystal ball right here beside us, and he talked about the run game setting up the big shot. You saw it come. Big ball, 2-man route. They max protected, gave Romello Williams plenty of time, and he took the shot.
And Malik Hunter, the big playmaker, he almost outran that shot there. He had to slow up to get it.
Yeah, you like to see that ball get put out there.
I mean, he left some meat on the bone.
He left some meat on the bone, but ultimately, you're able to move the chains, and that's what you're happy about right now.
1st and 10 on a 13. Virginia State's got a nice drive going, good mix of run to set up the big play. And you're seeing Jabari Blake, big tight end, line up right next to Bruno at left tackle. Off right guard, a big powerful run right there by Jamil Williams. Guys, we were told he was a slasher, but we're seeing significant punch out of him.
He's just going straight downhill. They have a plethora of running backs in that backfield. And one of the things that which is one that occurred in there a little bit, is they're starting to run a lot more pre-snap motions. And they're starting to see exactly how is this defense going to adjust or not adjust. You might see some fly sweeps coming here in the future.
All right, 2nd and 5 from the 7-yard line for the Trojans. Williams, another handoff.
Ooh, good blitz.
Significant penetration. He still gets about a 2-yard gain. A lot of pressure from Benedict up front.
Yeah, so Benedict is backed against the wall, so they bring a little nickel corner pressure. They bring everybody inside on that front line. And you see it, little run blitz. It eliminates the counter before it can really get started.
Jamil Williams showing a lot of run balance, Isaiah.
Jamil Williams is their guy. He's their playmaker, 5'9", 185 pounds. When Coach speaks about him, Coach Frazier, he says this is an agile back. You mentioned it earlier. He's a slasher. But he has the entire package. He has pass protection. He's able to run downhill. He's able to be square. He's able to catch out the backfield. He's able to do everything. They love him, and they're utilizing him as such tonight.
All right, Mello Williams tries the Trojans to capture this drive. A very strong drive here. They started deep in their own territory.
Man-to-man on the outside.
They called it They stop the snap. He's looking back over to the sideline. He's got to watch the play clock here, though. It's down to 5 seconds. To get the snap off. Inside handoff. Big hit by number 15, Aaron Miller.
Yeah, there's your preseason All-American showing up, making a play, diving inside, running down from the backside. We hadn't called his name a lot. Maybe that gets him going, a big tackle for loss.
Now it is 4th down.
Oh, that's a good play. Playing off inside, tracks it down from the back.
Was going up against a tight end on that play. Wasn't going up against an offensive tackle. Beat him to the inside for a very nice play.
Get me away from Bruno.
Putting the hands on him.
Right, on the kick. Joshua Campbell, the ball is good. Virginia State takes the lead, 10-7. We have movement. To the Black College Football Hall of Fame. We will be right back.
Back in the lane, back in the line, I'm back at it. Back at the spot.
Miller, the preseason All-American, number 15 at left defensive end. Bucky, walk us through this.
No, just a great job of diving inside, making a play on the run game. Talking about defensive lineman trying to set the edge, trying to make sure that you get inside. Sometimes you have to take the hole when you see it. Does a great job finding the C gap, owning the C gap.
Kept Virginia State out of the end zone, forced a Ben Blakely 23-yard field goal. Virginia State's up 10-0, but let's send it down to Bridget Condon with more on Aaron Miller.
Well, being a preseason All-American, his response was, it's just preseason. He says he has to go out there and actually show it. That's the kind of leader he is. You saw him with that huge block to prevent a touchdown, hold them to just 3 points. Coach Dickerson said he's not a vocal leader. I asked him about that. He said, look, I'm from Brooklyn. We don't really talk much.
Bridget, that's a great report. But guys, have you guys ever known anybody from Brooklyn who doesn't talk much?
We're Brooklyn. We're Brooklyn.
All right, we got a whistle blown on the kickoff.
Play was ruled dead. Number 2 of Benedict College gave a fair catch signal.
All right, so he gave the fair catch. Benedict will take over on, looks like it's 17-yard line. 6:12 left in the second quarter. Don't forget, we're 6 minutes and 12 seconds away from the bands. Yep, there's a signal up. You see number 2 over here. Looked like Xavier Foster actually raised his hand
for his teammate
on the fair catch. Bucky, that's like you calling a foul when Isaiah has the ball in his hand.
Yeah. You got to be careful. So some first games you can have some of those mistakes. You don't have a scrimmage or a preseason game in college. So you have to work through some of those.
All right, Trey Simmons tries to get Benedict back rolling. If they can play penalty free, let's see if they can score before the half. Got the handoff here. Leary goes left. Nothing doing.
No, they're shutting that down. Virginia State all over top of that. They talked about, I don't know. It seems like they know now. They figured out what's going on with Benedict. We've seen them play better the last few series.
Yeah, it looked like Kenny Bennett came up and forced the tackle.
We talk about Coach Frazier. Coach Frazier is boastful when he talks about how he has 8 returning starters on defensive side of the ball. And he said that his linebackers are at the core of all of it.
Well, we're seeing that right now. 2nd and 12 for Benedict. Simmons takes a snap. Not much pressure. Plenty of time. Oh, the comeback.
That was a dart, though. Big time throw.
Big time catch by Shatarius Williams. Takes the big hit, but what a throw, like you said, Bucky.
That was a laser. You see him, he drops back as they deliver a ball right there to the curl route. Boom, right in the middle of your screen. Ooh, that is a dime. Right between both coverage defenders. Good job by the receiver coming back to the ball, but one heck of a laser by the quarterback.
All right, Benedict, 3rd down. They did not get the first down. 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Oh, the Wildcat.
From the 28-yard line. They're 1 and 4 on 3rd downs.
Little Wildcat formation.
Foster. Yep, Foster's back there. He is a former quarterback. Oh, and he keeps it. He's going to have enough. Nice play. Quick reaction by him, but it closed down quickly on him. You saw Chance Baylor closed in on him for the tackle.
We're starting to see both teams really start to settle into their actual game plan now. The first quarter and a half, you're trying to figure out what they're doing defensively. Now you can go ahead and settle in and say, okay, this is who we truly are.
Okay, a little more Wildcat.
Yeah, he's not a former quarterback. He is the quarterback. Tries to make something that doesn't work. Virginia State, we see Cameron Davis, the standout anchor defensive end. He was a defensive tackle last year, Bucky, weighed about 290.
Yeah, look, lost some weight, more explosive. You see his change of direction, quickness as he's able to make a tackle for loss.
Yeah, it's a big loss there. 2nd and 14 now for Benedict as the clock is ticking. Trey Simmons back in at quarterback. Slowing the pace down a little bit, getting this play going compared to kind of the tempo they were using earlier.
One name we haven't heard is the man that's in motion right now is Tyreek Carter. Look to him and get a big play here coming up soon.
You called it. Trey Simmons with the quick to Carter. Gets back just beyond the original line of scrimmage. So, Isaiah, when you say that, what did you see that made you think that was going to happen? Because that's exactly what told out.
I mean, you start thinking about it. You know, you've had 2 negative plays, you know, where you had a wildcat. You're trying to get some positive mojo going. You want to get the ball in your playmaker's hand. You're starting to see those pre-snap motion, as we mentioned in the last series. That's why you start saying, okay, is this defense going to adjust? I want to position my player, who's my playmaker, for the best position possible to be successful.
Simmons, Virginia State showing pressure off the edge. Simmons drops back. He flips it incomplete to Jalen Leary. That's a big incompletion because the clock stops with 3:07 left on 4th down.
Yeah, from a complimentary football, it is a big incompletion because if not converting gives Virginia State up a ton of time. But, man, it was wide open for Trey Simmons just to run and get the 1st down. It's right there for him.
So, Isaiah, as a former quarterback, when you make a play like that, when Bucky says it's wide open, some of those hits, are they starting to come into play?
They definitely start to come in play. Virginia State's running around and hitting with some aggression. But the thing is, as a quarterback who's been classified as a running quarterback, you're always fighting that stigma to sit back in the pocket and try to make a play.
Levante Gator takes it on the 2-hopper, breaks right. There's a flag down, but he has got daylight. He gets knocked out of bounds. We have a second flag come in near midfield. We'll see what the call is. He's got a late flag. So again, we want to make sure we hear the call. But I say you played quarterback, you're in a role somewhat, and they take you out for 2 plays. Okay, yeah. At a moment like this, again, let's hear the call real quick. Find out where we're going to be starting. Thought we were going to get the call.
How many flags have we seen today? Talk about these teams' inability to have any preseason, right, or any scrimmages. These guys are trying to get all their kinks out right now. A lot of film, a lot of learned lessons today.
Yeah, Cole Richardson. Here we go.
During the return, holding. Return team, number 24. Holding during the return team, number 14. 10 yards from the spot of foul. 1st down.
Right, Nicole Randolph, the official, gives us the call. Spoke her name. We got more coming up. 2 minutes and 54 seconds and this commercial break. Each morning and follow Inside Access commentary in the coverage of the NFL year-round. You see our guy Isaiah Stanback on GMFB. Follow the ups and downs throughout the season with Good Morning Football. Weekday mornings at 8 a.m. Eastern, only on NFL Network. Okay, Virginia State leads 10-7 here in the Black College Football Hall of Fame Classic. 2 minutes, 54 seconds left in the 1st half. Virginia State has a chance to go down and put some points on the board, taking over at their 18-yard line right now. Remember, in college, we have the 2-minute timeout, not the 2-minute warning, so they're going to get an extra timeout here. So we'll see how their play selection goes because of that rule change. Hand up up the middle. Big play. Looks like...
he got the gas.
No. Jamil Williams is taking it the whole way to the house. Jamil Williams. Oh, my goodness. Up the middle. That was like an, I don't know defense.
I didn't even get a chance to talk about this, but our former colleague at NFL Network, Mike Lombardi, coined the phrase 4 minute, the middle 8. The last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half are critical to winning the game. By doing that, Virginia State has put themselves in a position to have a double score opportunity. Score at the end of the first half. They get the ball coming back to start the second half. Big play by Virginia State. Got a chance to really blow this game open.
Jamil Williams with a big run, and Ben Blakely lines up for the PAT. And it hits the crossbar and bounces back 16-7. That puts a silent capper on a big play.
Yeah, remember, he talked about the kicking game being a huge problem last year. Cost him games. And so we see it.
The unsung hero right here is Blake, the tight end. He does a good job of coming from the offset position, going up and getting the seal block so he can go ahead and make the red C in the middle so that Jamil Williams showtime and run right down the middle for a touchdown.
All right, Bucky, you're a former track star. When you tilt the head back,
I mean, normally you don't do it in 100. Normally it's the 400 where you see the tilt the head back. But early in the year, where conditioning is a factor, give him credit for finishing the run. You always worry about you guys being conditioned enough to be able to finish those runs. That's a great play by him.
Dr. Henry Frazier there had some claps. A little frustrated about the missed PAT, but he's happy his team is now up by 9. And we talked about a 2-minute offense. That was about a 14-second offense. Big play. Now their defense has to show up and keep Benedict out. Benedict's got plenty of time. Remember, we talked about the new rule where there's the 2-minute timeout. So they get an additional scheduled timeout on this possession.
This is a very important possession for Benedict as well, because if they don't go out here and convert and run some time off the clock, then Virginia State can really turn this game on its head.
Tyree Carter catches at the 13-yard line. He's got room. He hits the right sideline. He brings it out to the 37-yard line. Nice return. This could be a situation where he could get it into at least field goal range so they can pull this to a one-possession game.
Good job fielding it. Boom coming forward. Got his off return man doing a good job going out there, getting the seal block, finding the space, get as many yards as you can, get out of bounds.
The only criticism, ball's in the inside arm.
Oh, you got to get it in the outside, but
put it in the outside arm so you can use his weapon. Use that stiff arm every now and then. Break a tackle.
All right, Trey Simmons, 235, first down, ball on the 38-yard line for the Tigers.
It's going to be interesting to see what Virginia State opts to do defensively here. Do they bring some pressure, try to go ahead and get the ball out of his hands, or do they just sit back and play base defense?
And Benedict opts to run this ball right here. Damian Moat, the freshman out of Tifton, Georgia, with a strong run. Might have got the Spartans off guard, but again, this is where that additional timeout that's scheduled to come at 2 minutes could go into the play calls. Simmons again on the first down. They didn't even have the stick set yet. Moat carries it out to midfield. They're still getting the stick set. So the clock, remember, the clock keeps running.
We got some cramping.
All right, we have a play stoppage right here.
So a couple things that's standing out. In the meetings leading up to the game, we heard a lot about the passing game setting up the run, the passing game setting up the run. But we've seen the running game really kind of anchor both of these offenses, particularly Virginia State. When they got the run of the ball, they had more success. Benedict may want to get back to running the football to kind of set up some of those big play opportunities in the passing game.
And they're making it difficult because both offenses are really spreading out these defenses. So it's making it hard to have a number of guys in the box.
Oh, there it is, guys. The Virginia State Trojans, the Trojan explosion. They're lining up. They're lining up. We are going to hear from both marching bands at halftime. And guys, you know it is not HBCU football because it's not just a game, it's an event.
It is an event.
And we're going to show you.
A big part of it.
We're going to show you the marching bands. We're not going to commercial break. We're giving you the full goods.
Are you getting down there with them, Steve?
No, I'm going to be up here doing the thing.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Isaiah, I saw when the go-go music came on up here. You were getting your DC swing on.
Listen, I thought you were going to go straight drumline at halftime.
No, he looked like he was ready to go.
All right, Trey Simmons and Benedict take over. 2nd and 8 on the 49-yard line of Virginia State. And we have some whistles.
2 minutes.
There it is.
This is the 2 minute
All right,
timeout.
Virginia State 16-7, but Benedict is driving. We could have a good finish to the first half right here on the Flag Football College Football Hall of Fame Classic.
Hall of Fame Classic. Virginia State up 16-7 over Benedict College. Under 2 minutes to play in the first half. Joining me now, Black College Football Hall of Fame member Antoine Buffet. Antoine, you were recently inducted a couple months ago in June. What does that mean to you?
It means a lot. You know, whenever you are, acknowledged and you're able to go into any type of Hall of Fame, it's a big deal. So I'm just happy to be alongside a lot of greats.
You played college ball at Howard, got drafted in 2006, played in the NFL for 14 seasons, won a Super Bowl, named to 3 Pro Bowls. How can you be used as an example for these kids here behind me?
I was one of them, and they have a vision, they have a goal, and I had that same goal and aspiration to make it to the league. So, at the end of the day, put your best foot forward, put the work in, and hopefully we can get some more exposure for the guys and we get some more HBCU guys in the league.
You talk about exposure. We have 2 D2 HBCUs kicking off the season on national television. How has the exposure for HBCU football changed since you went to Howard?
So I'm actually working for a program now called HBCU Go. And, they televise a lot of the HBCU games. So just that in itself, does a tremendous job of getting guys, getting eyes on the guys. So I think that's one big thing that's changed since I was actually playing in college.
Thanks so much for joining us.
No, thank you for having me.
Steve?
All right, thanks a lot, Bridget. 757 representing Antoine Buffet from the peninsula area of Virginia down near the waterfront.
Steve, I'm not familiar. Where did he happen to go to school?
30 seconds.
Come on, man. I wasn't going to say anything. I'm just going to say this. Tony Dungy, you want to get him smiling, have him talk about Antoine Buffet. 6th-round pick who played corner, moving to safety, and everything has happened from there. Oh, by the way, he was the first guy from Howard to be inducted to the Black College Football Hall of Fame. We got more coming.
I feel like my guy, Scott Walker, should be up in there.
Yeah, J. Scott Walker. Let's get him in. So look at the current players in the NFL. Let's take a look at it because it's a lot more than you would think, and we got plenty on practice squad rosters and everything, especially guys who played in the Legacy Bowl. You're looking at Teron Armstead. Arkansas Pine Bluff has had a great career with the Saints. Javon Hargrave from South Carolina State. 4 Pro Football Hall of Famers from South Carolina State. Hugh Douglas from right here, Central State of Ohio. Marauder. All right, it's Benedict. 3rd and 7. Trey Simmons, let's see if they can get something so they don't give Virginia State another opportunity. Under pressure, gets the ball off. Big time throw. First down. Now the clock does stop here in under 2 minutes with first down. This is something we saw change in college football a couple of years ago, where before the 2-minute mark on first downs, the clock kept running.
Trey Simmons is, again, doing a good job of sitting there with pressure coming on his backside and just knowing that he's going to take a hit and delivering the dart that's necessary to move the chains.
Yeah, Zach Gibson makes a big catch right there. The Southern Illinois transfer. His father spent 9 seasons. Oliver Gibson playing in the NFL. All right, Simmons has got Tigers close to field goal range here. Drops back, lets it go again. Going to Gibson, the tall target. The ball is out of bounds.
Good shot. That's a good job. One-on-one coverage on the outside. Forced him right along the boundary. Didn't leave a lot of room for Ty Simmons to be able to throw that in there.
He didn't leave the sideline pocket that we talked about earlier, Buck, on a big conversion. That's the second time going down here to the single side receiver. You like to see him go up top to the 3 receiver side where he has some zone coverage.
Hands it off to the freshman, Damian Moat, up the middle. The clock is ticking now. Benedict with only 1 timeout left, so maybe they're trying to keep it in the center of the field for a field goal opportunity, but we know both coaches do not really want to go to the kicking game if they don't have to. We've already seen 1 field goal blocked, which resulted in a Benedict touchdown.
Yeah, the last thing you want to do right here is kick a field goal. You're down by 9 right now, and you want to have opportunity to go out there and put 7 points on the board.
Yeah, they're taking their time. A lot of time is clicked off this clock right here.
You don't want to give a lot of time for Virginia State if you don't convert the first down.
Big time. Loses the ball. Ball's out. Virginia State picks it up. Oh, man. This is a worst-case scenario. Who is that who got on that ball right there? Cameron Davis, the big defensive end, picks it up. No, that was Cameron Davis who forced it.
We talked about
it. 99 Haggard with the recovery.
We spot on him. He won his one-on-one battle off the edge. Knocks the ball out. 99 almost tried to pull off a scoop and score. Great opportunity for Virginia State to blow the doors off this game. Ball on the other side of the 50.
Virginia State with 2 timeouts left. They take possession at their own 49-yard line. The coaches weren't sure about the range of where they wanted the field goal, but you would think if they get it down towards the 25-yard line, with time being what it is, they may try to kick it right here as Romello Williams can try to get some more points on the board for Virginia State. I'm talking about the kicking game. Let's not forget Virginia State's last PAT attempt hit the upright and bounced back onto the field. Williams drops back. He's got time. Now he's got pressure. Aaron Williams under the pressure, but now he's got time. He evades it. Flag down. Mello Williams gets out of bounds. We had a flag down in the secondary. What were you seeing, Buck?
Oh, man, there was down the middle of the field. Wide receiver was streaking wide open. Romello had to avoid some pressure. If not, there was a home run shot available for the Trojans.
Yeah, it looked like Aaron Miller finally got the best of Bruno right there in forcing Williams out. Let's wait for the call here. You see the Virginia State players are signaling that it's on Benedict. Remember, this flag is thrown in the secondary.
Why the officials are trying to figure that out. Buck, what you're talking about is alluding to is the same thing I was just talking about on the opposite side of the ball for Benedict on offense. When you have that 3-by-1 set and you have those zone coverages, there are a lot of holes. There's a lot of communication that has to take place. And if one man doesn't communicate properly, you have somebody running scotch-free right down the middle. That's exactly what we just saw there. He just happened to miss him.
Okay, we see the officiating. They are taking their time with these conferences on just about every call to make sure that they get it right. There is no video review on this.
You're going to have a man running right down the middle. Boom, right down the middle. Field right here. Again, when you have those 2 high safeties, when you have that 3-by-1 set, that one safety on the near side of the field is going to be looking at the one receiver, and the other safety gets caught up between 2 or 3 guys. Who do I go defend? And if he chooses wrong, you have a man running right down the middle of the field wide open.
And what we've seen from Benedict, we thought we would see a lot of man-to-man. We're seeing more quarters coverage.
We have 2 fouls, both by the defense. Holding. Defense. No number. Holding. Defense. Number 1. 10 yards from the end of the run. Automatic first down.
All right, Nicole Randolph letting you know 2 defensive penalties. Demetrius Patterson, Ty Patterson. I'm sorry, not Ty Patterson.
13. That's a big. Oh, that's an aggressive grab by number 13. Just hold it. Can't hold on that long.
Velcro.
Andre Jocelyn.
Andre Jocelyn with the penalty. Virginia State in a very favorable spot. Now 39 seconds on the clock. Remember, guys, they still have 2 timeouts here.
Anytime, and you talk about being able to really knock it out.
They have a real opportunity here to go up 23-7 prior to halftime.
Getting the ball back coming out the second half.
Right.
Guys, I want to remind you, both bands will be playing in their full capacity here on NFL Network. But Mother Nature, as she does up here in Canton, Ohio, is rolling in some potential rain clouds. Not too far away. Mello Williams takes a shotgun step.
You can match up personnel-wise. Now you're literally asking linebackers to be responsible for fast receivers. It's just not possible. They're finding a gap in between those 2 safeties, and it continues to be wide open.
In the National Football League, they call that speed at 3. Put your fast receiver at the 3rd guy, kind of from outside in. Have him run against the linebacker. Quarters coverage. That opposite safety has to cover number 3. They're not getting it done.
All right, second 10 and 35. They're lining up in a similar formation. Mello Williams, he's under pressure now. Takes up the middle. He's got plenty of room to run. He gets out of bounds. A big-time tackle right there by George Jolly. Really nice tackle. But remember, Virginia State's got 2 timeouts. Looks like they're using one right here. Yep. Gain of about 5 on the play.
They are going to have to get out of this base defense. A good job by Aaron Miller there with the pressure, forcing Rondell Williams out of the pocket. But the thing is, they have a man open for a touchdown almost every play. You can see that they're really starting to decipher exactly what they're doing coverage-wise. And if they don't make adjustments defensively, there's going to be 6 points on the board here soon.
And you're seeing them do it a few different ways. They're lining up in a 3-by-1 formation. That time they motion to a 3-by-1 formation. They're going to force Benedict to make decisions in that quarters coverage. They're going to have to play man-to-man to better match up with the personnel that's on the field.
All right, Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, Rich Eisen, Kurt Warner, Steve Mariucci, Gerald McCoy, Colleen Wolfe, Cynthia Freeland, and the NFL Insiders get you set for kickoff week with NFL Game Day Preview. Kurt Warner sits down with Rams head coach Sean McVay as he prepares to start a new season without future Hall of Famer Aaron Donald. Plus, Super Bowl predictions and much more on Game Day Season Preview Tuesday at 8 p.m. Oh, yeah, remember the bands are coming up. We have 24 seconds left in regulation, but we are going to see Virginia State's band. We are going to see Benedict's band. They are lined up and ready to roll, and we are going to be showing them their performances in their entirety. So do not miss out. HBCU bands, fellas, it is something special.
Love it, something special. You might see something special here because when we talk about that defense not adjusting, they're staying base once again.
It's 3rd and 8, but this is probably 2-down territory with the amount of time left in the half as well. Miller Williams takes the snap, motion, fakes the handoff. He is under pressure. Aaron Miller again. Aaron Miller has been showing up on the last 2 drives, gentlemen.
Yeah, that was a gotta-have-it situation. And what you like is your stars to show up in those moments. Aaron Miller showing up, getting him off the field, knocking him out of field goal range, really eliminating the scoring opportunity for Virginia State.
Yeah, they had a backside player coming over for the protection as Virginia State lets the half run out. We're officially at the halftime. Virginia State 16, Benedictine 7, and coming up, the marching bands from both schools. And it looks like Virginia State in the blue and orange, their band's getting ready to take the field. Real quick, Bucky, some impressions by you, and then Isaiah, I want you to follow.
So Virginia State, after they settled in and quit really killing themselves with self-inflicted errors, they begun to dominate the first half. Now it's about picking up in the second half and making sure they finish the job.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. And the only thing that's been stopping them is self-inflicted wounds. There's some opportunities that are being left on the field in terms of big plays. They have to convert on those. Other than that, they're doing a good job.
All right, we are getting ready to send it down to our own Bridget Condon, who's with Virginia State head coach Henry Frazier.
Coach, I got to ask you about Jamil Williams, 82-yard touchdown run. You had a timeout, and then he took it to the house. Was that what you drew up in the huddle?
Well, I mean, we trying to scheme him up, and we saw what they was giving us up the middle, so the offensive coordinator, Lamar Manigo, called the play, and it was an excellent play.
You guys have had a lot of penalties on both sides of the field and both teams really in this game. How do you clean it up second half?
We got no choice. I mean, we've given them everything that they've gotten, and because we're playing undisciplined football. So we have to settle down and play our brand of football, which is disciplined football, which is assignment football. So we're going to clean this up and come out better for the second half.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, well done, Bridget. She mentioned running back Jamil Williams from Virginia State, 123 first-half yards. That's more than half of his total from all last season. Don't go anywhere. You're seeing the marching bands line up to take the field here at Tom Benson Stadium at the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio. 16-7, Virginia State in the Black College Football Hall of Fame Classic.
If you work on your
Hall of Fame Classic, where the score is Virginia State 16, Benedict College 7. Now it's time for the show we've all been waiting for. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Virginia State Trojan Explosion Marching Band.
Black College Football Hall of Fame Classic. If you're ready for a show, let me hear you make some noise. All the way from Petersburg, Virginia, the VSU Marching Trojan Explosion Band. We would like to thank that ensemble for their B selection. But remember, 99 and a half just won't do. And remember one more thing. There are levels to this, and you could never, ever, ever get our level. And as you hear the man, are you ready? 'Cause here we go. From the The Southeastern crystal clear musicality to the Midwest. 2020 Black College Hall of Fame Classic. Please welcome the Benedict College Marching Tiger Band. As we start off with Good Habits. Hall of Fame Classic attendees, as we continue with what we call the ultimate halftime experience, listen in surround sound as the commander of this nation plays on a title, tens, and Wiz Kid. No need for titles, you can name that tune. And now, please focus your attention center field. Welcome, sweet, sassy, and oh so beautiful. It's the lovely ladies of Sweet Sensation under the direction of Miss Cherie Nelson as they perform to Glamorous by Virgin. Once again, Sweet Sensation. Before we get ready for some more football, BCDOD, let's give them something to remember about the band of this nation. It's time for some flex. Get it by Sexy Red and Just Know by Black Male. Percussion Coordinator Tariq Foster, Auxiliary Coordinator Sharif Nelson, Drum Major Coordinator Gregory Gibbs, and the entire support staff. I am the voice of the BCBOD, Daryl Payne, and yes, CSU.
That was the band of distinction from Benedict College. Steve White, Bucky Brooks, and Isaiah Standback will get you ready for the second half when we come back. Keep it here.
This is
football classic where Virginia State leads 16-7 over Benedict. This is Benedict's only touchdown. Virginia State actually blocks a field goal attempt. Benedict recovers and gets the touchdown. This is contested. It was ruled that Virginia State touched the ball beyond the line of scrimmage. And then here, Romello Williams to Tyleek Ray with the fantastic catch down the sideline to get the Trojans into the end zone. And this is the play right here. Jamil Williams takes it 71 yards to the house, up the middle just before halftime to give Virginia State the two-possession lead, guys. And here we go. It wasn't supposed to happen, but it looks like Mother Nature is hovering. So, and then we're looking at the stats right here. What does this tell you?
Yeah, so we talk about the stats there, but the thing that stands out to me when you look at the stats and dive deep, 3 plays of 50 yards or more for Virginia State. It's a game about explosive plays because explosive plays translates to points. 3 of those, it's not a surprise they have 16 points. Should have 17.
Yeah, man. The 2 stats that jump off the board to me is total yardage and then the penalty. 6 for 63. That's going to put you at a disadvantage every time.
And even though Virginia State trails at time of possession, the big plays. Let's get down to our Bridget Condon with a report from the sideline.
Steve, I just caught up with Ron Dickerson coming out of the locker room. I asked him, you guys were in there for a long time. What'd you say? He said, look, we beat ourselves. I didn't know what we were going to be. I didn't know what to expect with all the change. We just got to change, and we got to be different this half. We got to be ourselves. I said, how do you limit some of those explosive plays, the 82-yard run we saw from Virginia State? He said, fit the gap and play our football.
All right, Ron Dickerson, of course, the head coach for Benedict College right here, and Benedict is kicking off, so Virginia State has an opportunity with Levante Gator deep on the kickoff. We know Gator is a very explosive player. Here's the kick. It's going to go into the end zone. Virginia State's going to take over at its 20-yard line. Guys, just some takeaways here from the first half.
Yeah, I'm just going to right to the penalties. I mean, you can't shoot yourself in the foot. I mean, you talked about it. Coach Dickerson just mentioned it in terms of what they gave up in the first half. You know, you found out that your team has some disciplinary issues that they have to figure out, and if hopefully they can cut that down this half, minimize those opportunities, and go out there and give yourself a better chance at winning this ball game.
Okay, let's talk about Ron Dickerson a little bit. Okay, here's someone. He was the head coach at Gardner-Webb in 2011, 2012, the first black head coach in the Big South Conference. But he hasn't been a head coach since. He's been a coordinator, had some other position coaching jobs. What about him establishing himself and getting this program that's been so highly successful back, or at least maintaining somewhat of the success it's had?
Yes, Steve, like for Coach Dixon, one of the things that you want to do is lean on your centers of influence. So this is a guy who has great access to great coaches. His dad was an excellent coach on a collegiate level. He's been around Jim Caldwell and Tony Dungy and Marty Schottenheimer and others, taking those lessons and things that he's learned from them and applying it within his own program to be critical.
So we'll see how his team responds. We see Virginia State goes back to Jamil Williams with a 4-yard gain. 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line for the Trojans. Romello Williams hands it back off to that man. Jamil Williams, and Ty Patterson. We haven't called his name in a minute, but he's back in the mix.
Yeah, Ty Patterson and Aaron Miller, those two are really starting to figure things out defensively for Benedict. They need to continue to figure out how to keep that ball as close to the line of scrimmage as possible because Virginia State's done a good job of moving the ball down the field.
Okay, we have 3rd and short. This is an important 3rd down. If Benedict can get a stop right here, maybe get some momentum going the other way back. You talk about Ron Dickerson's career and people he's touched. He also was on Deion Sanders' staff at Jackson State as well.
He's been around winners, and so you want to take those things and put them in your program and see if you can find a way to do it. But right now, another self-inflicted mistake.
Oh, and Romello Williams, if he breaks the tackle, this is Tyleek Ray. He's a game breaker, and you saw that right there. Oh, he gets knocked out of bounds deep down the field by George Jolin. But, man, a big-time throw. Again, by Romello Williams.
Yeah, he's doing a good job just controlling the defense right now. He got him with the hard count once again. This is a free play. I'm pretty sure they'll deny this penalty. But you see, get a ball out to your playmakers, let them go ahead and get some yards at their catch.
One of the things you see in tackling is always an issue in first games. You haven't tackled a lot during camp. Now you got some live action. Those missed tackles turn into big yards.
defense. That penalty's declined. Result of play, first down.
And that was Kevin Gales on the reception.
And another thing, fellas, they're going after the high precision passes.
Yeah, so with Coach Prime, you saw Ron Dixon was a part of that when Prime took over, tried to set the culture down at Jackson State, which led to a lot of success. He's been a part of that, so he knows what to do. He's taken over a really good program in Benedict.
Yeah, Armello Williams gets that ball to Talik Ray. Right there on the speed sweep, the jet sweep right there. We're seeing Virginia State really mix it up now, guys.
Yeah, and it's all high percentage plays. I mean, they're good run plays, utilizing the offensive line. They're getting short passes, keeping it underneath. And when they decide to go single high, they'll take their shots.
Melon Williams, oh, what a big-time throw.
That is an NFL-like throw. To be able to throw from the opposite hash to the sideline on the boundary and put it pinpoint, you can see why Dr. Frazier was very excited about having Romello Williams coming back.
Yep, Tayshawn Porter on the reception, moves the sticks, first down from the 31.
You're looking at it on your screen here, talking about throwing it from the left hash all the way to an out route on the far side of the field. That's what they do when you want to see a quarterback's ability and their velocity that they possess.
Already hands it off to Williams over left tackle. They're trying to run behind Bruno now. He's brought down near the line of scrimmage as Benedict kind of digs in and anchors. See number 26, Amari Terry, who plays kind of that star position. He's been in on several plays for the Tigers on defense. 2nd and 9 on the 30.
See it again, going no huddle, but they're in no rush. They're taking their time. They're controlling the clock right now. They're ahead. They don't need to rush.
Williams fakes the handoff. Drops back. He's under pressure. Receiver.
That's a
big time catch. Right there, Tyleek Ray once again on the reception.
And you just talk about a big play that was there. Great route. Break this down, Isaiah.
Oh, my goodness. You can run on the left side of your screen. You can't really see it, but he runs one heck of a corner route. He's going to go up and stick it at the high point. Right here, give him a little...
He
slips out of it. Ooh, good thing he didn't get injured there, but again, high points the ball, brings it down for a first down.
21-yard gain. Trojans now 1st and goal on the 9-yard line. Williams hands it off to Williams. Another power run, and he powers his way into the end zone for another touchdown. Jamil Williams with another meeting with the end zone here at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. With Virginia State, a big-time cap on a big-time drive.
The big fellas up front just continue to just move mountains on the defensive line there. All Jamil Williams had to do was slide to the left, slide to the right. You see him right there. He hit him with the two-step and all of that.
Way to finish it.
Just give him a little McNasty there. That's a touchdown.
Let's remember, Virginia State is returning 4 of 5 offensive linemen. Right tackle Gabe Navarro being the only new piece to that unit. And we're looking at Josh Campbell try the PAT.
Delay game.
And we have a delayed game. And Virginia State had some substitution issues.
Sometimes guys celebrating on the sideline forget there's a PAT after a touchdown.
Got to stay locked in,
Mark. And you're seeing Henry Frazier talked about discipline. Pretty upset
there. Replay the try.
One of them games where you do not want to be at practice the next day.
Oh, no. He's going to have to take it. You know, he's a little edgy. He's feisty in the meeting. So you already know what it's going to be when they see him on Monday or Tuesday.
Get on the line. That's what you're going to hear.
All right, Joshua Campbell, some wind on his back as the elements are starting to show up a little bit here at Tom Benson Stadium. But he's good on the PAT. 23-7, Virginia State is that man. Jamil Williams. Look at the convoy. Virginia State, 23-7. We'll be right back.
2 big plays, and that's the difference in this game. 2 big plays, and that's the difference in this game. All right? All we have to do is get 1% better. Yes, sir. 1% better. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, sir.
All right, now let's send down to Bridget Condon, who's with a special guest who actually hired Ron Dickerson this offseason to lead the football club. All right, like we haven't seen some technical difficulties getting to Bridget, so we're going to take it to kickoff here as Virginia State's getting ready to kick the ball off to Benedict. Tyreek Carter deep for Benedict College for the Tigers. Kick it away from him. Number 18. Oh, he's corralled.
That's a safety.
That looks like that's going to be a safety.
That's a safety.
That's Jackson Williams, wide receiver. See what the ruling is.
That's a safety. Because he came out into the field of play.
Yeah, it looked like he touched it in the field of play, took it into the end zone, brought it into the field of play, and they got, here we go, right here. So here's Williams. And remember now, there's a lot of wind blowing in this direction.
So here's the thing. If he takes a knee in the end zone, it still would be a touchback because of the momentum of the ball. But
ruling
that is
on
a
the
safety.
field is the returner recovered the ball in the end zone, and the ball never left into the field of play. Therefore, it's a touchback.
No. What?
Okay. That deserves the what? Explain it one more time, Bucky. Can we see it? Let's hopefully get a replay of this.
Well, we can see it. Like, even with this, the return. So it bounces off him. It goes into the end zone. He starts running. It appears that he is in the field of play. He doesn't get it.
So
okay, so
here
we see it. It bounces into the end zone. Okay. Now, if he takes it a knee, he can touch it back. But now watch him. He's in the field of play. He is 1 yard deep. He's in the field of play. That should be a safety for Virginia State.
Okay, UI, we notice the NFL Network, and there's video replay of plays like this in the NFL. There is not in college. So now Benedict gets the touchback. 1st and 10 at the 25 as Trey Simmons tries to get his team to take advantage of that call. Hands the ball off to Jalen Leary. Looks like he got about a 6-yard gain. Okay, now let's send it down to Bridget Condon.
Steve, take two. Rosalind Clark Artis, the president of Benedict College, the first female president. I have to say congratulations on that, but also you just earned yourself a 7-year extension last week. What does that mean to you?
It means consistency of leadership and progress forward for Benedict College. We have an aggressive agenda to continue to move her to the very best spot among HBCUs, and we're well on our way.
Well on your way. You see the exposure behind me on national television. What does it mean for the Benedict football program and HBCUs in general to kick off the season on TV?
So increased visibility for HBCUs is critically important. These venerable institutions have really led the way in our country for many, many years. So it's about time we got to see the kind of exposure. And for Benedict in particular, we're a relatively young team, young program, but we are here to stay, and we're on the way.
I got to ask you about your fit. Look, I try to come game day ready with a good fit, but you are dressed head to toe to the nines. But this ring right here, I want you to tell me a little bit about the bling you have on your finger.
So I am wearing my SIAC championship ring from last season. Benedict is the 2-time defending SIAC champion. So I wanted to encourage the team that this isn't the last one I hope to earn.
Thanks so much for joining us today.
Well done, Bridget. Man, that is some bling right there, fellas. And congrats to her getting that 7-year extension. Or Benedict College, a small private school in Columbia, South Carolina with an enrollment under 2,000, but they've been so dominant on the football field the past 2 years in the SIAC. Shennis Berry, their head coach, is taking the job at South Carolina State. Ron Dickerson takes over, and he's got his football team driving. It's 3rd and 7, trying to get back into this game that Virginia State has really taken a hold of. And we're seeing Simmons run it. We haven't seen this in a while. He makes a big move. He has the opportunity to go all the way. He steps out of bounds. He put, looks like Alex White on skates right there in the secondary. With a big run, Buck. What do you see here?
Yeah, big run. So we heard about the athleticism, the explosiveness. We see him take off there, gets as much as he can, gets out of bounds. Now, this might be the kind of play, the energy play that Benedict's offense needed to get going.
29-yard run. Let's send it back down to Bridget Condon.
Guys, you're talking about Trey Simmons. He is in his first season with the Tigers, his 3rd college stop. He transferred from a D1 school where he felt like he never got a do. He told me it was like he was put in a box, in a cage. Here with Coach Dickerson, he's letting him do what he's capable. We've seen him use his legs. We've seen him use his arm. He says he's dangerous with his legs, but he feels like his biggest weapon is his arm.
All right, thanks so much, Bridget. Yep, Simmons played at Tusculum and McNeese State. We're having a delay in game, and it sounds like they may be discussing potential weather delays here.
At this time, both teams will report to their locker room. At this time, both teams will report to their locker room. All fans are to report away from the seating area into the lobby.
Okay, a shelter-in-place warning was just issued because there is lightning. So Virginia State up 23-7. While teams and the fans shelter in place because of potential lightning in the area, they are being sent to their locker rooms and to safety. We'll be back right after this break. Guys, been sent to their locker rooms. We'll be back later once we get an update on the weather, but for now, we're going to send to the best of the NFL mic'd up. Delay. There was lightning strike, but right now at this game, you're looking at some of the weather conditions. 70 degrees, so it is 13 degrees cooler than when we kicked off. You can still see some of the gray skies that have passed over the Pro Football Hall of Fame. You're looking at Benedict College right now. They are trailing in this game to Virginia State University, and this is a big game, and let's see what happens for Virginia State to take this lead. Let's take it back to the first half. This is Steve White with Bucky Brooks and Isaiah Stanback. Bucky, we have here.
Just a weird play. He gets blocked at the line of scrimmage, but it goes beyond the line. Touches a Virginia State player. Benedict runs it in for a touchdown. Their first touchdown, I think.
And their only touchdown of the game. Virginia State comes back, and it's their quarterback who has been doing it all day. Romello Williams hits Kevin Gales on this big 51-yard touchdown to get Virginia State on the board. This is the man right here, Jamil Williams, who has been doing it all game. A 71-yard touchdown score with just more than 2 minutes left. An 82-yard touchdown, excuse me. Just more than 2 minutes left in the first half. And then let's bring it back out into the third quarter. And this right here, that man, Kevin Gales again. Isaiah Stanback, what are you seeing out of this guy?
I see this man making plays. They're getting the ball in his hand underneath coverage, and he's just using his ability to be able to get some yak yardage.
Quarterback Romello Williams here to Tyleek Ray. Oh, the starter step almost falls down. Another big play to set the table for that man. Once again, Jamil Williams to the finish to the end zone to put the Trojans up 23-7. That's before Mother Nature up here in Canton, Ohio decided to rain on this parade, but it's not over. We're going to continue this game. There are still more than 9 minutes left in the third quarter. This is both of these teams' season opener. Benedict College, a team that's won 11 straight regular season games the past 2 seasons. Virginia State favored to win the CIAA. And since we're talking about weather and the resumption of things, let's send it down to the sideline in our Bridget Conn.
Steve, you talk about 2 different teams. You can tell which team was leading when I went up and spoke to both coaches, got a vibe of what they did during this weather delay. Let's start with the leading team, Virginia State. Dr. Henry Frazier told me the guys were in there. They took their pads off immediately. It was humid. They had the music cranking. One guy got an IV. They had some pickle juice. They were just relaxing because some of these guys were dealing with cramps because of the heat. And he said this actually could be good for us to get the weather dropping down a little bit, get it cooled off because of the rain. He said, look, we got to go out there. Both teams had a delay, so we cannot use it as an excuse. For the other side of things, Benedict College, who is trailing in this game, I talked with Coach Dickerson, and he told me no music was playing in their locker room. He said guys were eating Uncrustables. He said they hadn't ate since 12 o'clock today. So a lot of different things going on with both teams, Steve.
All right, thanks so much for that update, Bridget. Okay, as you see, Benedict College, they are taking over at the 32-yard line. It is first down at the 32-yard line. Trey Simmons drops back to pass. Oh, under pressure, taken down by Ahmad Poole. Guys, we saw a lot of this throughout the back half of the first half and entering the second half as well.
Yeah, Ahmad Poole's the same man that went ahead and blocked that extra point earlier in the game. You see him here getting pressure again. This is just a coverage sack. There is absolutely nobody open down the field that created time for the D-line to be able to get home.
All right, second and 13, loss of 3 on the play. Simmons at the 35-yard line of the Trojans. Jalen Lewis, the ball snapped over his head. Simmons just goes and falls on it. Okay, guys, it's an hour delay. Adversity, some teams really rebound from it. This start right now from what you've seen out of Benedict.
It's just not good. I mean, it's not clean. You expect it to be a little, take some time to get into it, but they have to get going. Like, this is one of the things where you want guys to be locked in. That's why you do adversity situations throughout training camp. They have not responded well to this.
Remember, Benedict College had a coaching change. They've got a lot of new players on their roster. It is 3rd and 38 minutes and 6 seconds left in the third quarter. They've got to get something going here. Simmons in the shotgun. Takes the snap, pulls it down quickly. Looked like a design draw, didn't it?
Exactly what that was. A lot of times whenever it's 3rd and long, you see a lot of draws, whether it's to the running back or whether it's from the quarterback. Trey Simmons is pretty much their version of the running back as he utilizes his legs. He actually has more, almost as many rushing yards as he does passing yards today going into that last play.
Okay, we're seeing Lucas Quinn come out to punt. Now, one thing we know, that head coach Ron Dickerson has a big-time recruited quarterback, Jackson Jensen, a freshman out of Tampa. He said he wants to see him. Is this the type of circumstance where he might make a move like this?
Yeah, I believe that this is the perfect situation in which you need to bring him in. You're down by a couple of touchdowns. You have an opportunity to sling the ball around. You need to score fast. You can't waste time by keeping this ball on the ground.
Shanked punt under heavy pressure. We're going to come back, see if Virginia State can build on its lead here at the Black College Football Hall of Fame Classic from Canton, Ohio. 23-7 here at the Black College Football Hall of Fame Classic. Now, one of the big matchups, guys, that we had coming into this game was Benedict preseason All-American DN Brendan Miller against Bruno Owuzu, the all-conference, all-CIAA projected left tackle.
Yeah, Bruno's just doing a heck of a job of just simply running them around the corner. He's stout. He has a solid base. He's 6'8", 320 pounds. There's nothing going whenever he has to come against him.
Yeah, so what you got to do is you got to move him away from him. You know, hopefully he can find a different matchup, allow him to use his speed and quickness. But right now, he hasn't been able to win against the big fella Bruno.
Yeah, Miller, you know, his big plays at TFL usually came when he was not being blocked by Bruno. Let's remember, Bruno Owuzu, 6'8", 320 former basketball player, started at Maryland, and he has caught the attention of some NFL scouts. Jamil Williams, again, on a nice run. Nothing doing there in the middle. Both teams kind of slow out of the start. Remember, as we reset, we had a 1-hour lightning delay. Benedict came out with the first possession, 3 and out. This is Virginia State's first possession. No gain on that play.
You got to just get your engines going again. This is a good time for you to throw bubble screens, just get the ball in the hand of your playmakers, just get something positive going.
Yeah, quarterback Romello Williams, who's been out of sight in this game. There you go, quick toss to Jamil Williams. Got the blocking, goes off tackle, gets the first down, but we have a flag coming in from the sideline. Jamil Williams is having himself a game. He already has 2 touchdowns, which matches his season total from last year.
You know, here's the thing that I want to see from Benedict. Like, you had a full hour to kind of reset, reestablish the game plan, and maybe make some adjustments. I want to see what adjustments they could have made. Oh, she picked it up.
Picking up the flag.
There is no foul for offensive hold. Result of the play. First down.
All right. So here's a replay, guys.
Yeah, we're just talking about how you just needed to try to get something positive going. This is no bubble screen, but it acts just the same. Nice little pitch out here to the running back. Cut up inside, get some positive yardage. Put yourself in a first down situation.
What about the discipline you have to have? Because you even look at that run, there are some people who broke the integrity trying to make a play. And again, this is a new team in Benedict in terms of they've been one of the best teams. They've had turnovers. We saw Romello Williams get out to Talik Ray in a big-time stop by number 2 on the tackle.
Really good tackle in space.
Yeah, see, that's Nolan Jones, it looks like, on the play.
And Benedict's doing a good job of tackling in space. It's just a matter of them getting out leverage on a lot of these plays. And keep your eye on Ty Patterson. He's been in the backfield a lot. They've been able to avoid him here as of late.
All right, 2nd and 13 from the 39. Romello Williams drops back to throw. It steps up. Another big target to Tyleek Ray. Did he get enough for the first down?
He did. Now here's the thing: the safety that was on the bottom of the hash, closest, he slips, and so it leaves the corner out wide open for the slot receiver to make it, catch it right into the boundary. There you see the DB slips out the break, wide open, the ball's delivered.
All right, Mello, 1st and 10 from the 48. Some busted play back there. Williams. Ball's down for the loss. But, guys, we heard Coach Henry Frazier from Virginia State said they will go as Romello Williams goes, and he's gone. he's had a really strong game in controlling what they want to do here.
Yeah, and you have to make him uncomfortable. So Coach Shea Campbell for Benedict has to try to find a way to create some pressure and get to him in the backfield. He hasn't taken many hits today behind the line of scrimmage. So how else can I doctrine up some things? How can I get out of this base defense to try to elicit some pressure that we have not been able to get today?
Yeah, loss of 6 on the previous play. Williams hands it off to Jamil Williams, who has been the workhorse for this game. Off left tackle to Bruno. Ball picked up. Ball's loose. Looked like it was recovered by Virginia State. It was a wide receiver. Was it Tayshawn Porter who recovered that?
Yeah, that's a good job by Benedict, just getting in there, stripping the ball out. We start talking about ball security as being something that you have to focus on here. Secure the tackle, wrap them up, and then let everybody else come out and try to rip the ball out. Now you just got to take advantage of the opportunity. Jump on that ball.
Man, that's a fail. That's one that you got to take advantage of. Your team is down. You got to find a way to make a play.
All right, 3rd and 10, big play for Virginia State here. Benedict's defense can hold up. Maybe they can get some things going. Showing pressure. Mello Williams in an empty backfield.
Empty formation.
Just like a cover 0 blitz right now. There's going to be nobody home. Everybody has man-to-man.
You have to see the communication. Look at the play clock. It's about to expire here. They're going to get it off. They just get the play off.
Got cover 0.
Quick hitter.
Oh, slant.
You got plenty of room to run. Big-time tackle right there. Tyler Gray with the reception. That was a touchdown-saving tackle.
We just talked about how you have the defensive coordinator to try to find a way to get some pressure. One thing that you cannot do whenever you decide to add pressure is give space and lose leverage. Right there, they went to a cover 0 blitz, which means there's nobody there for coverage outside of the man-to-man guys. You have to sit inside. Usually it's off and inside. Yes. They just sat off and outside, and that's why you gave up the easy slant.
George Jollo with the touchdown-saving tackle.
And you got to come down closer. You got to be able to stop the one-step slant.
1st and 10 on the 32. Fake handoff to Jamil Williams under pressure. Romello Williams. Let's send it down to the sideline to Bridget Condon.
Yeah, team. The teams had a chance to walk through the Hall of Fame yesterday, and Romello Williams saw a familiar bust. His close family friend Warren Sapp, who was inducted to the Pro Hall of Fame in 2013. He said Sapp has been an example for him as a smaller quarterback at 6 feet tall, saying he's only a few inches taller than him, and he's given him motivation, saying he can play at the next level. He said Sapp has told him since high school, it doesn't matter about your size, just go out there and play ball. And if you've seen him make some smart decisions today, it's because Romello Williams likes to play chess, guys.
All right, 2nd and 18. Thanks a lot, Bridget, as Virginia State tries to get back going there. A hand up there to Rabbit Smith over the right side. Romello Williams, who is a South Florida guy from Miramar, Florida. Actually started in Connecticut for a while before coming down to Virginia State. Remember, guys, he's coming off of breaking his wrist on his throwing hand last year. This is his first game action. He's acquitted himself quite well.
He has been pretty solid. The thing that we're seeing now, man, Virginia State's doing a great job of being multiple on offense. They're shuttling guys in and out. One of the reasons why Benedict has been in base coverage is so they can just line up and go, match up.
3rd and 16, big play right here, minute 35 left on the play clock. Mello Williams giving the dummy count, but the play clock is ticking down. 3 seconds left on the play clock. They do not want to take a delay right here. Saw Henry Frazier call the timeout right before the penalty. That would have been a bad penalty. All right, we're going to be back right after this. Virginia State up 23-7 and driving. All right, we're seeing Benedict College, just playing here in the Black College Football Hall of Fame Classic, tour the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Again, this game is being played in Canton, Ohio at the Pro Football Hall of Fame at Tom Benson Stadium, and they're getting at all the history. One big part of the museum is the Black College Football Hall of Fame Museum, which is inside the Pro Football Hall of Fame. More than 100 members in the Black College Football Hall of Fame. 37 Pro Football Hall of Famers went to HBCUs. Big 3rd down right here for Virginia State, which is up 23-7 over Benedict after a 1-hour lightning delay. This was their first possession since that delay. Romello Williams drops back. He's got time. He lets it rip. Nice. What a throw by Romello Williams. Are they calling it a reception? No, they are saying it is out of bounds.
Good protection up front.
Wow, they're saying Malik Hunter was outside. Was out of bounds.
Go back to the same play that we saw earlier. Run a wheel route right up the sideline. Drops a nice ball on him. Back shoulder. Could have been upfield. Let's see if he gets his foot down or not. They ruled him out on the play. Catch. Out of bounds.
Good call.
Good call. Ref's right there on the spot.
All right, so Benedict's going to have to punt. Both teams have been forced to punt after coming out of the 1-hour rain delay. A minute 19 seconds left in the third quarter.
Well, you pointed to it. They were able to eat up some clock on their drive there.
Nice punt right there. Fair caught.
But that's a big stop for them. It keeps them within 2 scores. You know, you talk about their inability to move the ball offensively today. The only reason why they have 7 points on the board is from that opening series there where we saw the blocked field goal and finish with a touchdown. If they can find a way to get some kind of offense going, they're right back in this ball game.
So they are going back with Trey Simmons at quarterback. But the 2024 NFL season's almost here, and single-game tickets are on sale now. 17 games for all 32 teams. Visit NFL.com/tickets to purchase tickets today. Tickets are available through Ticketmaster, SeatGeek, and Sports Illustrated Tickets, members of the NFL Ticket Network. All right, Benedict takes first down. The handoff looks like it goes to Jalen Leary. No, that's the freshman Damian Moat, big freshman who they're real excited to see.
Yeah, this is perfect time to get some of these young guys in the game. Like, you're trying to find someone that can give you a spark. Maybe one of these young guys can make a play, kind of energize the sideline.
Yeah, and I like Moat. Moat's a big boy running back, but I want to see these guys test the outside. You have a whole receivers group that's 6'4", almost across the board. You haven't given them enough opportunities for jump ball opportunities.
4-yard run on the initial run by Moat. Looks like he gets about 4 more there. 3rd and 2. 37 seconds left in the quarter. We'll see if they get another playoff before we flip the field. Trey Simmons actually a long one right here. Simmons takes the snap. Gets it to Leary, who started the game at tailback. He gets enough for the first down. And it looks like that will do it for the third quarter with Virginia State up 23-7 in the Black College Football Hall of Fame Classic. Counting down the quarter here, and there we go. All right, one more to go after a 1-hour lightning delay. Black College Football Hall of Fame Classic. Virginia State, they want to see if they can be celebrating in the way they're rolling. They are en route. We'll be right back for the fourth quarter here on NFL Network.
I'm a whole mood. Pop out looking clean. Fit going viral. They just turned me to a meme.
Bucket list stop. If you are a football fan, a Pro Football Hall of Fame. These are truly hallowed halls where you can look at some of the great memorabilia, the history, and the truth about the game. You'll find out things that you don't know. Learn things about players you thought you did know but didn't. One thing we know is that is a beautiful sunset after the lightning and rain delayed the Black College Football Hall of Fame Classic for more than an hour. Virginia State coming into the fourth quarter with a 23-7 lead. You know what the nickname of the tip of that museum is?
No.
The juicer. Like a juicer, like you take an orange on it. Juicer. All right, Trey Simmons with the completion on first down. Hits Zach Gibson on the quick out.
There we go. That's their number 1 receiver. We talked about utilizing the size of their guys on the outside. Zach Gibson comes in at 6'4", 215. Get him the rock.
You know, the one thing that they haven't been able to produce, they haven't produced any explosive plays. Like these hitches and stuff in front of defense are great, but you have to push the ball down the field.
Nice run. Right here, that is Jalen Leary. We have not called his name much since the first quarter with some explosive types of runs. It wasn't quite a plus 10-yarder. What do you see here, Buck?
No, so you're getting downhill. You're able to get to the edges. He bounces outside. He puts it down. So now you're sitting at a 3rd and 1 situation. Hopefully you can advance for a first down, or maybe it is a first down.
Yeah, Jordan Taylor, the right tackle, with a nice block. He did move the sticks. Right here, so Trey Simmons still in at quarterback. Fakes the handoff. Simmons is finally pressure. He's got a big shot. Gibson just could not get there. He let it rip. He was there.
And when you see plays like that, you have no choice but to question, is this opportunity for the true freshman Jackson Jensen to come in and deliver the ball? We know that he's considered to be a gunslinger. He's the one who's considered to be the prototype quarterback in this for this Benedict team. You can't miss opportunities like that. That is at least the 2nd touchdown pass that has been missed with a wide open receiver.
All right, 2nd 10 for Benedict College. from their own 32. Hands the ball off to Leary again. Off right tackle, breaks off about a 4-yard run.
But you mentioned that there hasn't been any explosive plays. Well, those are the explosive plays that have been left on the field today.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about cashing lottery tickets. You talk about a team that has really played back. So you had an opportunity on a double move or to take a vertical shot and you don't get it done.
All right, third down, the handoff to Leary again. Oh, he slips, and he falls short of the marker when he slips. It looked like he was headed for another first down, so this is going to be an interesting call. 4th and short on about the 41-yard line. Look at the spot now, the spot he may get it.
The ball carrier is run down by contact.
And if on that replay, you saw his bottom hit at that line. So, yep, about 4th and 2, and the offense is staying on the field.
You have to.
I mean, the clock is...
Yeah, you're seeing Trey Simmons saying, let's get set, let's get set. There's still, enough time, 15 seconds or so on the play.
Zero. See how they changed? They changed, got to check and change on defense.
Simmons takes it, hands it to Leary. Big hole off left tackle. A nice run right there. Trey Simmons saw something, got the play to the run, and he got it to his workhorse there, Jalen Leary.
Yeah, that was a nice chess match there. I know Bridget mentioned the chess earlier, but that's a chess match right there between the offense and the defense as they went ahead and made adjustments.
All right, looks like someone is down on the field. All right, we'll be back soon. Virginia State up 23-7, but Benedict is driving here from Canton, Ohio.
Joined right now by the commissioners of both conferences. We have Jackie McWilliams to my right from the CIAA, and then one more over here is Anthony Holloman from the SIAC. Jackie, let's start with you. What does it mean for your school to be kicking off the season on national television here at the Pro Football Hall of Fame?
I mean, it's a sense of gratitude, to have the opportunity to be on a major platform where Virginia State, one of our major schools in our conference, has the opportunity to play and show their craft and to showcase HBCUs. I mean, this is what we do. We're both former athletes in HBCUs. And so when we are able to celebrate what's happening today and the legends that they get to be around, it's an incredible opportunity.
And Anthony, as an HBCU athlete yourself, what does it mean to see how far HBCU athletics have come?
Well, it's significant because this is a showcase of legends of the game, and our young people have an opportunity to be a part of this. And so we're gratified to have this opportunity for the SIAC and the CIAA.
I want to talk to you guys, but Steve, I think you got something to talk about up there real quick.
Well, Carl Poole, Virginia State just had a big interception to stem Benedict's best drive of this game, I guess, in the second half. But we'll get back to that. I want to hear from, we're going to look at the replay right now. Bucky, what do you see here?
So he's scrambling, he just throws across his body. This is a great individual play. I mean, just a great individual play. Hip pocket position, just a great play. Ill-advised throw.
Ill-advised throw because you never throw late and across your body. That is the #1 cardinal rule as a quarterback, and he went ahead and fell victim to it there.
Mike linebacker making that play. Bridget, go back there and talk to those commissioners.
We're back with Jackie and Anthony, the commissioners for their respective conferences, and we were just kind of talking off camera about, what this means for not just the athletes, but, the school in general. How do you see the development, the way that things are changing?
We spend, as commissioners, a lot of time making sure that we provide as many opportunities and accesses for our student athletes. I mean, these are incredible young men. Some are fathers, some want to be business owners, some want to be doctors. I mean, and so when we get to see them and their talent and how they deliver every week and every day, it's exciting for us because it shows us that we still have more work to do to provide these opportunities for them.
And it hasn't just been about the game this weekend. You guys had a banquet. You heard from some other Hall of Famers, some guys who played at HBCUs and then were successful in the NFL. How much does that mean to your programs?
To have those individuals mentor these young men and make lifelong relationships, that empowers them, gives them the opportunity to believe anything is possible.
Thank you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of the game and stay dry.
All right, thanks so much, Bridget. As you saw, the rabbit The king of the NIL, Rabbit Smith for Virginia State, break off a big run behind some great blocking.
The big fella, 5'8", 200 pounds, just showing you guys that he's very Jerome Bettis-ish on that particular run.
We're going there. Okay. 19 yards on that run, and then we saw Romello Williams complete a pass right there. Guys, while Bridget was interviewing those commissioners, I was watching the quarterback for Benedict, Trey Simmons, very animated after that interception on the sideline. Some folks had to kind of get in his ear a little bit and tell him to calm down a little bit. That's not something you want to see in week one, despite all the adversity that the Tigers are going through.
You can't lose your composure as a quarterback. As QB1, you always have to decompose. You have to recognize that your entire team is always looking at you. Whether you're up or whether you're down, they want to see exactly how you're going to respond to adversity. Nobody to be yelling at. You're the one who threw landed across the field and created an interception. They missed some of the deep passes.
It's a leadership position. It's a communication position. He needs to be a better leader. He has to be very composed.
Yeah, and someone's been very composed is Virginia State quarterback Romello Williams. It's 3rd and short, and there's the Rabbit.
Oh, the physicality.
A very physical run. We see a flag coming out, and that could be a face mask right there because you did see Rabbit Smith, his head go down on the initial contact as he did run and make enough for the first down on that run. Smith, a transfer from Norfolk State. He's from the Richmond area, the king of the NIL. You have offensive holding is the signal.
Blocking the back, offense number 86, 10 yards from the previous spot, replay, 3rd down.
Cole Randolph on the call. That's a big penalty right there because it takes him out of field goal.
That's huge. They had so much positive things going on this drive. Once you lose leverage and once you lost your matchup, just let it go. You know, you got to let it go like Frozen. You lost that one, come back another play.
That's one of those on the end.
Hold up. I had to pause for a minute.
Thank you.
I had to pause for a minute because he said, let it go like Frozen. I was like, is he referencing the movie?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, we had another reference to It's All About Bruno, so we're on the animated films. Okay, 3rd and 13. Romello Williams drops back, sets it up to Rabbit Smith. He gets taken down. Really nice tackle in the secondary by Benedict.
Yeah, you're in a funny spot now.
Yep,
You punt, you go for it. You dominate and control the game, but you're in a funny area when it comes to trying to pin him down.
I can't see them punting with Benedict struggling. Well, I guess they are going to punt. The way Benedict struggled on offense, I guess you don't want to give him any light right here. And it does look like we are seeing Benedict's freshman quarterback, Jack Jensen, warm up. So we could see him on the next series. He's someone we heard a lot about coming into this game, a true freshman out of the Tampa area.
Might be why the quarterback, Simmons, was upset on the sideline.
It could very well be. Tyree Carter deep for Benedict to receive the punt. A lot of pressure. Carter fair catches it. Oh, well, I guess he did not fair catch it. There was no signal that he did. And it looks like they're going to start it on the 1-yard line, and that is not how you draw it up to get a freshman quarterback.
No, that's not how you draw it up. Selfish. A little selfish play right here because this is when we need a fair catch.
And that is going to put Benedict in a tough spot as they try to rally from this 23-7 deficit. Fantasy season ever, and we've got all the info you need to dominate your league, from line of advice to waiver wire targets and sleepers to watch out for. Our experts have all your fantasy needs covered. NFL Fantasy Live, weekdays at 6 p.m. Eastern, only on NFL Network. All right, guys, as we went to break, it looked like the freshman quarterback for Benedict, Jackson Jensen, was getting ready to run on the field after warming up, but they are sticking with the veteran, Trey Simmons, the junior who's been in all game, as they try to march 99 yards to get their first offensive points on the board. As Simmons hands it off to Jalen Leary, who's been the workhorse, and he is smothered.
You have to try to create some space, get off of your goal line a little bit, but the reality of the matter is you are down by 2 touchdowns plus some 2-point conversion, so you have to find a way.
We got to get going.
You got to find a way to get this ball in the air that you feel like you can just park the sea and run right up the middle. You got to take some shots.
And that tackle is by Kayvon Pope. People up in this area know who he is. Oh, we have an injury on the field for Benedict, number 62, the center, Lawan Pauling. So we'll see what's going on.
His body language is just not what you want, man. Like as the leader of the team, more positivity.
Yeah, we're getting ready to go to break right now. Virginia State up again 23-7 over Benedict. We'll have more on the corner. College Football Hall of Fame Classic at the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio. You're looking at Virginia State's head coach Henry Frazier, who's a veteran of this game, his third year at Virginia State, and Ron Dickerson, who's taking over at Benedict for Shannon Sperry, who left to go to South Carolina State. Dickerson, guys, it's his first head coaching job since 2012. He's taking some licks today. I mean, it's a big transition because he lost a bunch of players in the spring. He's trying to build his roster. Just what about the difference, kind of, the situations these guys are in?
Well, different situation because the continuity of Frazier. He knows exactly what he wants to do. He's been around the team. The team knows him. Whereas you have Benedict trying to adjust to a new coach, a new culture, new schemes, and everything. It may take them a while to kind of settle in under Dickerson.
Yeah, everything's absolutely new over there on the Benedict side of things. He's trying to earn the trust or earn the respect of his players. You know, training camp is one thing, spring ball is one thing, but when you step on this field, that's when you find out what you have. Your players are paying as much attention to you as you're paying attention to them and how they're responding to real world situations today.
Guys, Benedict has not lost in the regular season for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, it you know,
a lot of success.
Is it a painful reality check that this is a transition?
I think it's a painful reality check. I mean, but the reality is you've had opportunities today, and you're still in this ball game. There's 8 minutes left, but you're dinking and dunking, and the reality is time is going to run out if you don't take your shots down the field. The opportunities that they have had, they beat the defense, but they've missed on the opportunity in terms of executing the play.
All right, we see Benedict moving the sticks right there. Xavier Foster, who had some big explosive plays in the first half.
For defenses and injuries.
And we have another injury. It looks like Devontae Gator for Virginia State is down. All right, guys, let's take a look back at the first Black College Football Hall of Fame Classic. Bucky, we were here for it. Alabama A&M against Morehouse in a dandy. Aquil Glass, the two-time SWAC Player of the Year quarterback, giving it up on the touchdown play. And at this time, Alabama A&M was pulling away.
Cruising.
But then Morehouse said, not the house, son.
Yeah, the house gets back in it.
Like we're going to make this interesting. At this point right here, Morehouse takes the lead with just 2 or 3 minutes left in the game. But then Aquil Glass says, this is our show.
All-time great Aquil Glass.
One of the last plays of the game, a walk-off in the original, and it was a competitive dandy. Xavier Foster, again, another catch from Trey Simmons, makes a play. Okay, guys, I don't know if you've noticed, number 12 right there, that's Kayvon Pope. Okay, he started at Ohio State University, transferred to Tennessee State. He did not play last year. So when I was speaking to him before this game, he was saying, I got to get used to playing football again. But he's had about 4 hits on this last drive, which kind of define what contact is about.
It's one of the reasons why Dr. Frazier was really excited about his defense. Physicality, toughness, speed, all those things you're seeing show up.
All right, Xavier Foster for Trey Simmons as Benedict continues its march by paper cut drive right here. Let's send it down to Bridget Condon.
Yeah, you talk about Kayvon Pope. He was the nation's 9th ranked inside linebacker coming out of high school. He ended up going to Ohio State. Things didn't work out his way, and after another stop at Tennessee State, he's here now playing with his brother. He told me he wants to rewrite his story and tell the youth not to make the same mistakes he made, Steve.
Thanks a lot, Bridget. His brother Kymon Pope, number 10 on the field. They are one of 3 sets of twins on the Virginia State roster as Trey Simmons takes it up the middle, moves the 6 once again for Benedict. 3 sets of twins, 5 sets of brothers on this Virginia State roster.
Sister Sledge would be excited. We're a family. You know, they probably got that playing in the locker room.
Hey, football is family. All right, 2nd and 1. Good Benedict. Just running clock here. Trying to get some offensive points on the board. Backfield. Whistles. Stop the clock. Let's see what's going on here. As the rain has picked back up again over about the past 5-10 minutes. We had an hour-long lightning delay. Benedict's offense had nothing really going before then, and this is one of their few sustained possessions that they've had since.
And your description of it in terms of paper cuts, working down the field is exactly right. They're throwing nothing but flat routes and quarterback draws.
We have 6 minutes left.
The runner made the line of game. Result of the play is a first down.
Okay, they were resetting the line of scrimmage because on the previous play it looked. And as you're looking, as I talked about, okay. So first down again for Trey Simmons. The junior who's played at Tusculum and McNeese State.
Yeah.
Lines up, drops back, makes a move up. Right into the hands of number 20, Arthur Sutton. Gets hit. The ball did come out. Benedict is acting like it was covered. It looked like a Benedict player who was on top of the ball. Trey Simmons, the quarterback, has his helmet off for Benedict.
They just got baited.
Jeffrey Wilson on the interception.
Steve, they just got baited. We talked about the flat routes. You see it right here in the bottom of your screen.
Just got greedy.
Yep, got greedy, tried to take the shot and say, no, not this way. We got 2 guys waiting for him. Take a turnover, then boom, big hit.
Big hit.
That's how you get the ball back.
Ball comes out. He knocked the ball loose.
Mouthpiece, everything.
He knocked the ball loose.
And that hit was by LaVon Pauling, the starting center, who went out early in the drive.
The runner was ruled down by contact. First on Virginia State.
Okay, real quick before we get to Virginia State, we've been talking, coming into this game, Benedict kept telling the head coach, Ron Dickerson, that he wants to see Jackson Jensen, his freshman quarterback. Earlier, before they started this possession, he was warming up. It looked like he was getting ready to go in.
Yeah.
They put Simmons back in. And he ends up throwing an interception on this drive. Second straight possession with an interception.
I'm surprised that he hasn't made the move to go to him yet. We know that.
Look at his body language.
The body language. You can't be QB1 and have that type of body language when the mistakes that are being made are by your own hand.
I mean, he's on the bench right now, and it's just not a good look.
Very emotional. You just can't do that.
The unfortunate part is it looks like a couple other guys are following him. Okay, you got a situation, busted play, making something out of nothing right here. As Romello Williams turned the wrong way, it looks like he completed it to his tight end, Jason Correa.
Virginia State's going to continue to try to march down the field, but you see it here. Play action the wrong way. Somebody messed up. Broken play was able to still make it a positive play.
I guess the $1 million question would be, why are we passing? I mean, we got 5 minutes left. We can run this thing out and get out of here with a dub.
That's why I think it was a busted play. That was the old fire drill. Romello Williams, 2nd and 11 is Virginia State. He's going to try to milk as much clock as possible. Now we have a flag, preliminary signal is in illegal procedure.
So, Steve, these are some of the things that you're trying to work out in week 1. So you're trying to teach them how to operate 4-minute offense.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense, number 52. 5-yard penalty, replay, 2nd down.
Isaiah knows this well. You talk about going, we're going turtle tempo. We're going to slow it down. We're going to take the play clock down to 5 seconds or fewer before we get the snap. Everyone understands that. Look, you're talking about 3 first downs. We should be able to get up out of here.
Gabe Navarro, signal for that false start. Romello Williams, one reason why we're still seeing him in the game is they don't have a ton of depth at Virginia State. Remember, his season ended last year with a broken wrist. And Dr. Frazier, the head coach there, Frazier said that really hurt their season a lot, not having him. Don't want to risk him in a situation. As he hands this ball off, looks like he's handing it off to Rap Smith. Ball's out. Ball's out.
What are we doing?
Ball security is number 1 in this situation.
Goodness. Look, Dr. Frazier will have a lot of things to look at on tape to teach his team, to help them improve as their quest for the CIAA. But those things can't happen.
All right, gives Benedict an opportunity.
4-minute situation.
Yeah, on the 44-yard line of Virginia State.
It's a good job by the defense.
I mean, ripping the ball out.
Yeah, you secure the tackle, you hold them up, you wait for your teammate to come, and everybody takes a shot at the ball.
Covered by the defense.
Looks like Trey Simmons is going to go back out there at quarterback.
Oh, Dr. Frazier's upset now because he knows. This is something you talk about. Ball security matters more than the yards. Take care of the ball every time.
And Steve, you mentioned that Trey Simmons is going back at quarterback. We kind of left off here talking about Jackson Jensen and how everybody wants to have opportunity to see him. This is a man who turned down Arizona, Ole Miss, Penn State, and more to come here and play quarterback, and he hasn't been afforded the opportunity today.
This could be one of those things where, as a true freshman, you're trying to build your program. You may be trying to save a shirt possibility. Big shot. It looked like there was a miscommunication between Zach Gibson and the route he was running. And Trey Simmons. Now we're seeing Jack Jensen come on the field.
Okay, here we go.
Jack Jensen. Because Ron Dickerson and offensive coordinator Stan Clayton have seen enough. So Jack Jensen, true freshman out of Wharton High School in Tampa, Florida. And again, coming into this game, Ron Dickerson and Stan Clayton said this guy is someone who can really throw it. So let's see what he's got. Takes it, rips it on the quick out. That's how you get him started. Gives it to Zach Gibson.
A little tempo.
Did you see the velocity that came off of that ball?
Yeah, came off. Man, where's the tempo?
You got 4 minutes left. Down, you need 2 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion. You got to get moving. He's a true freshman. Got a positive play. Now you got to get the ball moving. We got to get a score.
Yeah, Stan Clayton is the play caller, the OC.
A lot of consulting, number one.
Yeah, this is one of your veteran quarterback, new coaching staff, and they're bringing in the freshmen.
Yeah.
That's who they may be riding with from this point on. When you have not scored an offensive touchdown.
You already know what
Hands it off to Jalen Leary. He's had a big game.
Good job.
Strong run. Gets the first down. Gets out of bounds.
Good job, Rick. And just like you said, pick up the pace a little bit. 3 minutes left. You know, the urgency. Just want to see it pick up.
That's a strong run by Leary right here. Breaking 1 tackle, spinning out of it. Breaks 2 tackles. Breaks a 3rd tackle and gets out of bounds. Saves some time. We're just talking about clock management. Clock keeps running.
It's like Dickerson is close.
Yeah, Jensen takes a snap, rips it under pressure. There's definitely contact as he tries to go back to Gibson.
Ron Dickerson looked like he took over play calling down here a little bit.
See that.
Because Stan Clayton had been calling plays, the offensive coordinator, who's got a long-time relationship.
Right off the dome.
One of the other things that was probably happening off camera, Jensen took a hit on that last play. And the difference between when Jensen took a hit on the play and when Trey Simmons took a hit on the play, Jensen had 3 offensive linemen go back there and pick him up off the ground.
The offensive line tell you what they think the team thinks about the quarterback.
Pass interference. Defense, number 24. Ball being placed at the spot of foul. Automatic. First down.
I get the sense that we have a little bit of a ball game on our hands right here. Momentum is shifting.
Okay, here we go again with the DPI.
Ooh. He saved the touchdown. That's a good penalty for Virginia State right there, because had he not grabbed him, that was 6 points.
All right, Jensen with the pistol. 3:19 left.
101 on top.
Steps up under pressure, gets brought down by Cam Davis, who's had a heck of a game. Cam Davis is only a sophomore from Tucker High School in Richmond, Virginia. But like you said, where's the tempo? Where's the tempo here?
Yeah, just real. I mean, leaving the receivers coming back to the line, just very casual in their approach.
Yep, 2nd and 12. Benedict, and you're looking at Jensen, kind of looking at the coaches like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, 2 touchdowns is necessary. You got 2 minutes and 50 seconds.
You're just burning clock. You're just burning clock up.
Once again, man up top.
Takes a quick drop, gets it out quick.
Oh, that was a dart.
Gets it out quickly.
Man, as a receiver, man, you want it right on the face mask. He put it right on the face mask. I mean, just a great throw.
Yeah, Jackson Williams, right there.
He literally walks in the end zone if he catches that ball. Boom, slant route right underneath, catches it, split the safety, you get vertical. That is 6 points right there. You got to convert on those plays.
Ball had a little Tapatio on it. 3rd down and 13 was the freshman. Jackson Jensen fakes the handoff. He's under pressure. Hangs on to the ball, but now he takes a big hit.
There's the pressure once again. There goes that man again.
Is that Cameron Davis again?
Cam Davis coming off the edge, making plays, creating pressure off the edges.
All right, Cameron Davis, someone had 4.5 sacks and 11 TFLs last season. He's continuing that trend. We do have a 2-minute TV timeout coming up. So this is something, as you're seeing Benedict slow play it right here, they're going to get the 2-minute timeout to happen right about now. We'll be back for the final 2 minutes of the Black College Football Hall of Fame Classic with Virginia State up 23-7 over Benedict.
Do you love fantasy?
Classic, and we're coming back from the 2-minute timeout rule. This is a new rule, so we wanted to explain this to you. The new rule in college football: when the game clock is running and the ball is not live, the referee shall stop the clock with exactly 2 minutes remaining in the second and fourth quarters. That's what we're doing right now for a 2-minute timeout. The ball is live, and the game clock reaches 2 minutes. The referee shall stop the clock when the ball is declared dead. It is basically what we in the NFL know as the 2-minute warning. They're calling it the 2-minute timeout in college football. So we're coming back for that. Benedict driving with freshman quarterback Jackson Jensen, who was just inserted partially through this drive to try to lead the Tigers to their first offensive score. Chased out of bounds, floats it up. I'm going to give me, it was 4th down. Look, you got to take a chance like that.
Yeah,
4th down.
Yeah, left tackle got beat. He didn't have a chance. A young fella comes in the game with all the ability in the world, throws a couple good balls on a drive, but then when it comes down to it, you can't do anything. I don't care what your ability is. You just get beat on the left side of the screen here. Boom, just dips and rips. Not giving your true freshman quarterback even an opportunity to give yourself a chance to win this ball game.
Well, that young man right there, we'll see as Benedict proceeds if he is going to be the quarterback going forward. We know he was brought in by new head coach Ron Dickerson. If you're going to play him as a true freshman, you play him.
But look at his leadership. Those are some of the things that we've been talking about body language. Look how he's responding. He just went out there, recognizes it wasn't his fault as to why this series ended without them being able to convert anything. He's over there slapping guys on the head, telling them it's okay, we'll come back.
All right, as we're seeing Virginia State try to close this game out. Closing out, giving the ball to Raekwon Rabbit-Smith on the handoff. I'm sorry, no, that is the man who's been the man, Jamil Williams, who's been lights out in this game. Had an 82-yard touchdown run in the first half.
He's been as advertised. Really solid, ran the ball, physicality and toughness. Talk about having a big game. Really set the pace. That 82-yard run really changed the momentum of the game for Virginia State, the Trojans.
All right, we got a timeout. But you want even more NFL action this season? Get access to NFL Plus Premium and stream live games on mobile, NFL Red Zone, NFL Network, game replays, and more, all in one place. Sign up today at plus.nfl.com. Terms and conditions apply. Okay, yeah, we do have a stoppage in play now. We have a timeout. 1:39 left. Virginia State up 23-7. Remember, Benedict has not scored an offensive touchdown. It came on kind of a really peculiar block. Their touchdown came on a really peculiar blocked field goal early in the game to get things going. But Virginia State, again, pegged to win the CIAA.
Yep.
Benedict, a team that has been unbeaten for 2 straight years in the regular season. Remember, they were picked to finish 5th in the SIAC because of the coaching change and the significant roster turnover. And now Ron Dickerson sees that this is really, really going to be, some soil that needs to be sowed.
Well, the thing that he's going to have to do is he's going to have to kind of earn the trust of the players. And so the big thing will be, how does the coaching staff handle a loss? Do they change all the things that were talked about in training camp? Can they continue to live up to those things? Or do they change because the result wasn't what they thought it would be?
All right, we saw Benedict call another timeout after that run by Jamil Williams that made it 3rd and 1. Here's Benedict's only score, and this was weird. They go up, the field goal is blocked. Got the big paw blocked by Virginia State. They recover it. We were told that the ball was touched by a Virginia State player beyond the line of scrimmage. Right?
Yeah. The only time you really see it get touched, you see it bounce off. I mean, I don't know. Like, it's blocked right at the line of scrimmage, and maybe it inadvertently hit an ankle or foot. But give the long snapper credit for being able to beat Johnny on the spot, pick it up, run it in, and put the pressure on the officials to make the call.
Yeah, D-tackle Ahmad Pools had a heck of a game, was the one who blocked that kick.
But if that just stays as a block and not as a return play there, this is a 23-0 ball game.
Okay, we're looking at Benedict starting quarterback Trey Simmons, who played all the way up until that last series, and he was replaced midway through the series. He's a junior transfer, played at Tusculum and McNeese. And, we heard that we were going to see Jack Jensen, the true freshman. We saw him Now Benedict, guys, is in a position to see if they stick with Simmons, the veteran, or if Jackson, who was brought in by head coach Ron Dickerson, is going to be the quarterback of the future.
Well, the thing about it's a learning opportunity, right? So in these moments, it's about the coaching staff teaching him how he needs to lead, the composure that he needs to have, the poise that QB1s must exhibit.
All right, Virginia State, 3rd and 1. They get a first down here. That will pretty much seal it. Romello Williams takes the snap.
Oh, good play.
Hands it. Big play. Aaron Miller, the defensive end, comes in and makes a big stop.
Get a chance to see some more Benedict offense.
So a minute 28 left. Virginia State. Tyree Carter is going to be back deep to return that. We know he's a playmaker. So we're looking at Aaron Miller, guys. He's the guy. He's a HBCU preseason All-American. He had a few splash plays, especially in the second quarter. We saw him make a play right there. But it's just been such a tough day for Benedict's defense. He hasn't had a chance to really get grooving.
Yeah, and they've controlled, Virginia State has controlled the line of scrimmage. And that's one thing that's made it very difficult on Miller to be able to do anything defensively, especially against Bruno. Bruno held his own, obviously, in pass protection. Whenever Aaron Miller went up against anybody else, he was able to make some things happen. But you see some of the preseason All-American selections right there. Bruno Onwazo, first team All-CIAA. And then you see, obviously, for Benedict, Aaron Miller, and then their kicker, Lucas Wynn.
Well, let's talk about Bruno Onwazo, number 74, 6'8", 320. Athletically, he's got the attention of people who are going to be judging him at the next level. He acquitted himself pretty darn well in his season debut. Going for the punt. We got pressure from Benedict. Short punt.
Getting it out.
Short punt. Don't want to return. Kicked it out of bounds. So it's going to give Jack Jensen a minute 25 on the clock for another possession here for the true freshman from Tampa, Florida.
They can have a better sense of urgency with the clock management. They might have a shot here, because one thing that you know, whenever you're down by 2 scores and there's only like a minute and a half left in the game, you're going to get a too high shell, most likely. It doesn't matter. You're going to get too high shell. Most of the time it's quarters coverage, which means cover 4. Guys are responsible for 1/4 of the field. And the middle of the field tends to be where you have a lot of open opportunities if you can get the protection to sit back there and throw a rock.
Right, guys, the offensive coordinator Stan Clayton was standing towards the back of the huddle in the yellow shirt. Head coach Ron Dickerson, who had not been calling plays most of the game, kind of leading the conversation there.
And look, it could be a situation where Ron Dickerson does more of the heavy lifting when it comes to the passing game as opposed to the running game. And so a 2-minute situation, maybe he takes it over.
Our freshman Jackson Jensen, true freshman from Tampa, Florida. Oh, he just hands the ball off to Jalen Leary. Isaiah, you're looking at me like, huh?
Like, what are we doing? That's what that's the look I'm giving you, because you're conceding victory if that's what you're doing right now. You're down by 2
I mean, what's the point of calling all the timeouts?
Yep.
In the previous drive if you're not going to treat this like practice? Because this is an opportunity to treat it like practice, get them the reps in live action so you can kind of build going into next week and the next time you have an opportunity to play a game.
I don't understand the play call. Now, 20-plus seconds has ran off the clock. We had no shot at running a touchdown on that play.
Wave the white flag.
Yeah, this is a white flag.
So guys, let me ask you this then. As a coaching staff, you can go back and you can review the film of the players and talk about the mistakes they made. But is this something where Benedict, again, it's only one game, but do they need to go back and kind of reevaluate how they've approached things with this club this season?
Yeah, situational football is the first thing that they need to address. Obviously, there's discipline and all the other things that we saw today that both teams had. But situational football has been very evident that this is something that they need to address this week. Even what we're looking at right now, there's no reason why they should be running the clock out at the end of the game when you actually have a chance to take some shots at the end zone, and then you can go to an onside kick and possibly go for the win.
And the thing is, Steve, like, losing in week 1 isn't a death sentence. But what you want to do is you want to have enough things that you can take, you can work on, and build to a better performance the next time out. It just appears that it's kind of been a hodgepodge of like philosophies and theories about how they want to approach it, and it hasn't looked good today.
Yeah, 4th down and 3, 18 seconds left.
Bang. Oh, my gosh.
Well, Sterius took his eyes off it, and that, guys, is a microcosm of Benedict's offense today. So,
man.
This is going to be Benedict College's first regular season loss. Okay, we got something going on here. Some big tempers right here. Something happened to a Virginia State player. He's approaching the Benedict sideline. His helmet was torn off. And that's Kaimon Pope, the linebacker. A flag was thrown. As you're seeing his teammates trying to get him over to the side. We have 14 seconds left. They are going to win the ball game convincingly. He does not need to do anything that's going to get him disciplined further.
Coach Frazier has him now.
Yeah, and that's the thing that you have to talk to your team about in a situation like this where it's been a little chippy at the end of the game. You want cooler heads to prevail. Coach Frazier wants to make sure his guys understand they're playing for something bigger. Let this one go. Try and keep it cool. Shake the hands. Go on to the next one.
Let's see what the flag is. They're trying to get some decorum on both sides. Again, 14 seconds now left in this Black College Football Hall of Fame Classic. The game is over. You know,
yeah, but it didn't have to be. It didn't have to be, and that's the bigger question for me. Is as a competitor, I've given it my all for 4 quarters, regardless of how good it's gone. But I want to know that we have at least given a shot at trying to win this thing.
Okay, we're going to take a look at what just happened to elicit this reaction. Right on the 35-yard line, and it's number 10, Kaimon. So. Right here.
Oh, then he's wrong for that.
Yeah,
he's wrong for that. No matter what was said, he's wrong for that. He has to keep it together. You have 23-7. It's a wrap. He has to be able to. He has to be more mature when it comes to handling that situation.
Kaimon Pope's a graduate student there at Virginia State, so he's been there a while.
Result of the play is a turnover on down. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Virginia State, number 10. That is his first unsportsmanlike conduct of the game.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's Jay-Sean Alston, not Kaimon Pope. I'm sorry, we just saw it at a jersey.
And he's lucky he wasn't kicked out because then it has consequences and all that other stuff. Like, that's one where Coach Frazier
emotional intelligence.
About it. Yeah, you just have to understand, maybe we win the game. Let's just walk out of here. Let's get the dub. Let's get out. They can be mad, but we shouldn't involve ourselves in anything like that.
Yeah, that was Jay-Sean Alston again. He was cited on that infraction. Okay. Let's go ahead and set up for victory formation. Virginia State's going to start their season. It's season 1-0.
We don't even have victory lined up correctly. We're a man short on victory.
He just ran off the field.
You know what? That's okay. That's why you have these games. But this is.
All right. So the 5th Black College Football Hall of Fame Classic ends with Virginia State beating Benedict College 23-7. The team picked to win the CIAA starts its season off 1-0, and Benedict College, which has not lost a regular season game in 2 years, falls to 0-1 in a game that was disrupted for an hour because of lightning.
Yeah.
Plenty of big plays by Virginia State.
Yeah.
While Benedict's offense just could not figure out how to get things going.
No, I couldn't get it going. Yeah.
As we're seeing both teams go to the middle of the field. And coming up shortly, we are going to have the trophy presentation for the Black College Football Hall of Fame. We're going to have some team and award winners. And we'll be right back with that in just a minute here with Virginia State victorious, the Black College Football Hall of Fame. Defeat Benedictine College 23-7 in the 5th Black College Football Hall of Fame Classic. And now, guys, let's send it down to Bridget Condon on the field with some special awards.
Thank you, Steve. First, I want to congratulate the Virginia State Trojans on an incredible game and thank the fans that came out and watched and endured the weather and are here now to celebrate the Trojans. But first, I want to bring in Pro Football Hall of Fame's Chief Relationship Officer, Adrian Allison, who's going to hand out the awards of the game. Adrian. The first award, Offensive MVP, goes to running back Jamil Williams. Jamil, this isn't your first first MVP trophy. You won Offensive MVP in baseball as a freshman. To do this on this stage, on national television, your first game of the season, what does it mean?
I mean, we practice every day. We go hard every day. It's just nothing to us. We come here to win, we win, and we won. So it's nothing new for us.
In your first game, you've already surpassed more than half of your rushing total from last season. I got to ask you about that 82-yard touchdown run. What were you thinking when you hit the gap?
In high school, my coach always used to tell me, whenever I get out in space, score. Coach Beatty, score, score, score. And that's all I was thinking about the whole time.
Thank you so much. All right, now we're going to switch gears to defense. I want to introduce to you the defensive MVP for this game, defensive tackle Cameron Davis. 2 sacks. How were you able to get after the quarterback, be so effective today in this game?
I start off in run set. I had to transition, pass rush, get the sack. Do it for my team.
What does it mean for you to put Virginia State on the map on national television, not just for your team, but for HBCUs in general?
Well, I don't know how to answer that. I ain't gonna lie. I can't breathe. I just want to give us a platform.
You did it here tonight. Thank you so much. And lastly, the game trophy goes to this man hiding somewhere right there, Dr. Henry Frazier. All right, I've got to ask you some questions here. Coach, your team came in here and knocked off a Benedict College team that hadn't lost a regular season game in 2 seasons. How'd you get it done?
Well, we knew the challenge was going to be because they are 11-1, 11-1. They hadn't lost to an HBCU in like 3 years until today.
And Coach, I got to ask you about your quarterback, Romello Williams. He hurt his wrist last season. Came back out here today. What did you see from him and this team?
Well, honestly, I saw a little Russ. He missed some deep balls that he normally don't miss. So I'm on him next week. We only got 5 days to get ready for Norfolk State, and I promise you, he won't miss those deep balls next week.
You had to put it here through the loudspeaker for everyone to hear it. Good luck this season, Coach. Go celebrate.
Thank you so much. Blue, 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 blue.
Guys, you gotta love the joy, you gotta love the happiness, and you gotta love Coach Henry Frazier saying Benedict didn't lose to an HBCU until today.
Well, anyone who has been around HBCU football understands that the coaches in these leagues, they're not afraid of the smoke. They welcome it. There's chitter-chatter. They go back and forth, and you saw the energy that Coach Frazier brought to his team and how those guys responded. Really excited about the possibilities for Virginia State this year.
Yeah, you just saw a continuation of what we saw and just the walkthroughs even yesterday. Those guys had a certain confidence about them. Coach Frazier has a certain swag and a certain confidence about him. And the players, when they touched the field today, you saw it as just another extension of that.
And the one thing that we saw was what they talked about. They wanted to come out and exert themselves physically. They wanted to run the ball, and they did that as they go to 1-0 with a 23-7 victory over Benedictine in the 5th Black College Football Hall of Fame Classic here at Tom Benson Stadium at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. We want to thank Bucky Brooks, Bridget Condon. I want to thank our man right here, Isaiah Standback, our whole team behind the scenes who endured the 1-hour break because Mother Nature said you guys need to take a pause for bringing this to you. Black College Football, I am Steve White, signing off until the Legacy Bowl in February.